Waiting for Hasan. Gonna go watch some videos and just do a lot of commentary on his stream. It's all a meme. So now what are we waiting for? Waiting for Hasan. What will he do when he's live? Open up the casino, let the gambler in. It's time to sit. I bet we're gonna be sitting here waiting for Hasan. I used to come here for politics. Now I watch him game and yell at great names all day. God, how long have I been sitting here waiting for Hasan? Waiting for Hasan. Waiting for Hasan. Waiting for Hasan.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive, and I hope all the boys, I hope all the girls, and I hope all the NBs are having a fantastic one, because it's Thursday, September 23rd, 2021, 11:46 a.m. Beautiful here, 79 degrees and sunny. I was running around this morning with my main man, my brother, doing house-related stuff. Finally, I'm taking the steps to like start moving to the other house. At the perhaps most opportune time, because I got fucking termite infestation here. It's freezing here. It's 50 degrees. What the fuck? Dude. According to TDK, Azan means the person who destroys conservative right-wingers for the people in Turkey who cannot taste the same satisfaction due to lack of freedom of speech. Yeah. Yeah, I got some fucking termites in my house, dude. Yeah, and this one. Not great. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Apparently it's termite season. Finally my hey, but at least it was a successful, opportune time, because you got to make the most of it. I finally got my landlord to reach back out to me, and she was like, oh, she like sent me like a very weird emoji, and you know, said it's just termite season. You know, it happens. Don't worry about it. Termite queens can live up to 50 years and produce 20k to 30k eggs per day. What the fuck, dude? Yo, that shit's crazy. I saw one termite, or I saw one bug yesterday, and I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what the fuck is this thing? Like because they're like ants. They look like big ass ants, but with like wings. You know what I mean? And so it was just like my ex-wife. But I was like, the fuck's happening? Like, what's going on? And I saw one and I didn't realize what that was. And then immediately, like today, this morning, I woke up and there's just like a bunch of fucking dead bugs on the ground. Not great, folks. Not great. Yeah, burn the house down, I guess. They'll fly into your mouth at night, Cap? No, stop. Make sure you don't carry any with you to the new house. Is that how that works? You just like carry one of them and then I thought you had to have like a queen there or some shit. I'll buy your termite house from you. $3, take it or leave it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one. Remember when you moved here and had to use the neighbor's electricity, the end of an era? No, the real end of an era is that when I was moving, we packaged up the bed. Like the box spring on my fucking frameless bed. We put a plastic wrap around it. This morning, I finally cut that plastic wrapper off. That's right, folks. This is the first in a year. I've had a plastic wrapper on my fucking bed, my box spring under my frameless ass bed. I finally cut the wrapper off, dude. Is this the last stream in the current flat? No. I'm still here. I'm here for a while. Partially because when I was setting everything up, like there's a lot of shit that needs to happen in the other house to like set up a studio and whatnot. And I guess my brother was just like, you know, he's just chilling. Like he's busting his ass for sure. But he scheduled like certain electricity stuff like a while ahead. So there's still some time that I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna be streaming out of here for some moment. I had a dream that your house was in the middle of nowhere and was like a wood saloon. Sometimes I wish it was like that. I will get a bed frame, yes. Anyway, can you give me an argument to use for why voting ID laws are racist? This guy, he just came in here. He's like, this is the part of the broadcast where you do your personal news, but guess what? No time. I have a emergency debate. I have an emergency debate. I need you to fucking give me some. Come on, streamer man. Give me some goddamn talking points right now. I need this shit. Just curious. So, yeah, I'm getting the gun bed. Judy today. I should have streamed with her yesterday. I fucked it up. I'm gonna see if I can stream with her today. Okay. Anyway, I've been practicing debating you What? Why? Okay, anyway, the real reason why I'm late though is because I was actually doing a business deal. Like, that's not a joke. I was talking to a brand. Big business deals. Anyway, last night I ended the broadcast earlier than usual. Remember when you crashed Reddit to avoid doing Okay Buddy? I do remember. We'll do Okay Buddy tonight. Last night I ended the broadcast early because I was hanging out with Andrew, Channel 5 Andrew, and all the homies that work for Channel 5. Grace was there from TrueAnon. Like a bunch of the people that they've like filmed were there, including that fucking conservative guy who's like, who believes that no, the Hoff twins unfortunately weren't there. No, and Chet was not there either. But you know, the guy you rated was interesting. Law Clean. Clean is he's he loves guns. He's a Marine vet. He's a Marine Corps vet. Big Bernie bro who lives in Texas and fucking loves guns. Clean was talking a lot of shit last night. Yeah, what was he saying? I like him. Anyway, tune out when he gives his Tarkov takes. The Hoff twins did an interview with No Jumper. I love that. Dude, there are so many incredible characters in fucking LA and in California in general, like not just LA. And I love that like Andrew or even like Urban, who's like a LA based dude out here. We have a bunch of mutual friends in like a larger group of people, and I was hanging out with all of them. And dude, there's so much cool shit that I could show you guys and like stream, especially like blowing up shit with Tenorite and guns. I was talking to Brace about it too last night. I'm gonna try to do like a stream with Andrew and the Channel 5 boys, with another friend of ours, and probably Brace from TrueAnon, where we go in like into the fucking desert and shoot guns. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was good times because like I got the fucking, I always forget, like I love hanging out with people. You know what I mean? Because I never do it. I never fucking do it. So I forget that it's like a lot of fun to just like be around people and hang out with them and like listen to their cool ass fucking stories and shit. You know what I mean? But it was good shit. It was good shit. You know, I touched grass. I thought you were social. I used to be super social, and then I got on Twitch. The Daily Stormer is defending Nicki Minaj and calling him a fake socialist. Who cares? There's like 12 fucking Nazis that frequent that website. The literal Nazi website. Who cares if they're fucking defending Nicki Minaj? Oh man, I can't believe the Nazis are saying I'm a fake socialist, dude. What the fuck? That's such a... Why are you being social? You're supposed to be a political commentator? I'm a social commentator now. And on that front, I mean, I socialize. The genuine question: do you consider yourself introverted or extroverted? Hey, Themasius, the fucking fat playlist. Nice. I consider myself. I am so much more extroverted, or I used to be so much more extroverted, and now I'm like actually kind of fucking introverted. Weirdly enough, like I've become more introverted. Oh, I love people who come in and say like, yo, Der Stürmer is talking shit about you, man. Yeah, I know. It's so funny. It's always like some fucking random neck bearded Nazi. It's like, I don't give a shit. Bro, you don't get it, dude. This guy who like routinely denies the Holocaust is like saying that you're a fake socialist. Oh shit, man. Never mind. It's crazy. So yesterday, my 15-year-old daughter, Almont, says she heard on TikTok that HasanAbi is anti-black, shaking my head. What the fuck? Dude, the Barbs have incredible reach, man. They're good. They're fucking good. They're so goddamn good, dude. I unfollowed Shroud because he invited Ludwig and not you to Disney. Wait, why? First of all, like, are you guys crazy? You think I would go to Disneyland instead of streaming? Are you nuts? You're nuts. You're crazy. Pepega stream at Disneyland? I think you need like actual shit to be able to do that. Also, Ludwig paid 50 grand for the privilege, dude. If I just rolled up for free, that would have been terrible. Anyway, there's like a lot of cool places that I kind of want to go and visit. Like there's Salton Sea seems like a dope place. Where there's a lot of like crazy people. There's like lawless areas of California that I found out about, like Slab City or whatever it's called. And I don't know. There's just like Slab City East Jesus. The Salton Sea's fucking horrid, man. Watch out. Yeah, it's horrid. It's full of meth heads. Yeah, I know. But like that's really interesting shit. You know what I mean? Don't get murdered. Yeah, that's true. There is that fear. Especially after this like Gabby Petito shit, dude. I don't want to fucking go out. That's why you never leave. Slab City vids would be good later. Yeah, I might watch some of that actually. Cause like there's some crazy shit going on out there. There's madness. I traded a bong for a 6-pack of beer once in Slab City. So the thing is, like, those places are like actually fucking real anarchist lifestyles, okay? Like, apparently these were like areas that used to be like, you know, hippie communes and shit like that, you know, nudist colonies, stuff like that. Artists used to live there, and now it's all fucking tweakers and sex offenders that like found out about this lawless area where there's like no fucking cops. Yeah, after this Vice documentary in 2012, Inside Slab City, the lawless city in the desert, I guess they literally, all the fucking sex offenders were like, oh shit, this is a perfect place for us to move to. Nice. I don't think they're actually anarchist societies, man. They're not like, it's not real anarchism. Yeah, it's a squatter community. Yeah. Show me a pair of tits. Anyway, we'll take a look at that. Did you watch new producer Michael interview on Nile Niami about the one house foreclosure? No, but I would like to. There's a lot of like these weird places in America where there is just like lawless land. Your take on anarchism is dog shit? Yeah, dude, like fucking Chaz, right? That was good. That was a good formation. Anyway, all right, let's fucking blast off. I'm gonna tweet that I'm live and then we'll get started. There's a lot of good stuff to look at today. I'm gonna text Cutie and see if she's down to come on the stream. Okay. Hold up a moment here. Let's write it out. I'm talking about the 750K bribe that Kyrsten Sinema got. The latest on the border. What the fuck did Howard Stern do? Joe Rogan talks vaccine mandates. Nicki Minaj and more. Get in now. Like, I'm not a big Howard Stern fan. I've never been like an old school Howard Stern fan. I feel like I'm too young to be a Howard Stern fan, but like I get why he was so influential. I understand the vibes. I have a friend who's like a major Howard Stern head, but even he recognizes that like this dude is just like a total fucking lib now. Like he hates Bernie. Like he loves Hillary Clinton. He had Hillary Clinton on. You prove that person's point if you think Chaz was anarchist. Oh, it wasn't? My bad. Homeboy from Cumtown loves him, right? No, like Stavros doesn't even know him that well either. That's what we talked about when he was on. Homie, China Evergrande shit when she could pop off crazy, homie. Is it? Joe Rogan's most recent guest put out this insane video about paying $5 million to have Obama and Trump team together to fix America. Born in Iran, made in America, entrepreneur since 10 years old. Patrick Bet David. Love that. I love guys like this. I can't wait to watch this. Folks, I want to get started by talking to you about something very important. The Iron Dome. Israel's defense against its enemies. Okay? A costly endeavor, but one of the technological marvels of the world. A missile system that intercepts incoming projectiles from the air. That is around like what, $75,000 per missile? Now, the reason why I want to talk to you about IronDome is because it was brought up as a point of contention against funding and was taken off the original bill that it was supposed to be on because progressives applied pressure. Okay? And the squad came out against the IronDome funding and angered, this is yesterday, and angered the pro-Israel Democrats and the Republicans, of course, as well. Israel holds crisis talks with the United States after funds were cut. Pro-Israel Democrats push back after far-left members of the party successfully pushed to have $1 billion in funding for the Iron Dome missile defense system stripped from a spending bill last week. After members of the so-called squad of House members led by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashid Tlaib, successfully threatened to oppose the bill that was needed to prevent a government shutdown, House Appropriations Committee Chair Representative Rosa DeLauro introduced a standalone bill to provide the money for the system that has prevented countless casualties in Israel since its introduction in 2011. Now, of course, remember, Republicans are supposed to be populist, right? They're supposed to be like, populist. Like, they're like, oh yeah, America first, baby. America first. Guess what? That's not, there is just no, like, there is absolutely like zero fucking reason why we're giving $1 billion to Israel to defend itself. Okay. Like, the Iron Dome is great. It's probably one of the more ethical parts of our alliance with Israel in comparison to plenty of other parts that are not nearly the entire ordeal. Okay. But like, they can pay for it themselves. Like, why are we paying for it? I don't understand it. Like, people were literally telling me like, oh dude, well, the Iron Dome is like the best part of our, alliance with them. Like, it's actually good. It's a good thing. It's like, okay. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's like, I would rather have a fucking Iron Dome. I would rather have an Iron Dome, like, intercept projectiles than not have it there. But like, why isn't Israel paying for it itself? Am I fucking nuts? Like, I feel like that's such a weird thing that we're doing and that we've decided is like a normal thing to do. Like, why? They're rich, dude. They got money. Like, they can pay for it themselves. I just don't get it. I literally do not understand it. It's just like, it does not make. Bibi famously said Israel was financially self-sufficient a decade ago when asked this question. Like, I don't understand it. I just, like, no one will ever be able to. Similar to Lehman Brothers collapse, over-leveraged big-ass real estate firms collapsing due to being over-leveraged. Okay, but like, that's a separate nation. The Lehman Brothers are like a financial institution, okay, within the United States. Like, yeah, there's like implications for global capital and all that sort of stuff. But the reality is, like, you can't make a it's too big to fail argument about fucking Israel. Like, it's a different country. It's a whole ass country on its own. And they're fucking, like, they got a lot of tech there. You know what I mean? They got a lot of industries there. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, it literally does not make sense. And I say the same thing about like arming other fucking nations too. Don't get me wrong. Don't try to be like, Hasan, he's singling out Israel again. Like, look at him. Like, no, I just like literally do not understand why we need to have like 7 million bases all around the fucking planet and like also give Israel $1 billion for its defense system, its missile defense system that we built. Like, why? Why are we doing that? Wants all the weapons for Turkey. Don't let him lie to you. Yeah, literally. I'm just. Why aren't we making an Iron Dome for Turkey? That's my argument. And there was some performative shit going on. I don't even understand. Now, tears on the House floor. AOC appears to be crying as the House passed a $1 billion funding for Israel's Iron Dome. She voted no and then switched her vote to present last minute.
Mr. Lawson, designated by Mr. Lawson of Florida, pursuant to House Resolution 8, I inform the House that Mr. Lawson will vote nay on.
It's so funny because it's like, Remember a year ago when you responded to me, said, fuck birds, check out this day. Big day for the bird union. What? The NLRB confirmed that a supermajority of eligible workers want to form a union with CWA union. We won. What the fuck? Oh my god. Audubon Society? Are you serious? Dude, I should ban this motherfucker. The fucking Audubon Society, dude. I'm just kidding. That's great. Wonderful, wonderful news. Why did AOC change her vote? I have no idea. I don't know. I literally don't know why she did that. I don't understand it. Like, it's gonna pass regardless of whether she says no or present or whatever the fuck she says. Someone said AOC most likely changed her vote because there's a good chance her new district, due to redistricting, will include Riverdale, which is a large pro-Israel/Jewish population. Okay, but you're fucking cucked no matter what, dude. Like, voting present on that on the last second is not going to change anything. You know what I mean? What the fuck is Riverdale? I thought that was a fake movie. Like, dude, it passed 420 to 9, dude. The House vote overwhelmingly passed the bill to provide $1 billion in funding for Israel's IronDome. The final vote was 420 to 9 with 2 present. 8 Democrats and 1 Republican voted against the bill. 2 Democrats, including AOC, voted present. Like, explain this to me, dude. Explain this to me. And then when you're done explaining it to me, explain it to, like, just some American dude. Just a regular dude that is, I don't know, a carpenter, okay? Be like, hey, man, we just gave... Congress oftentimes cannot reach a bipartisan conclusion on anything. Unless it comes down to giving $1 billion to Israel's Iron Dome defense systems. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Why do we give so much money to our allies, especially like rich ones? Like, especially ones that are wealthy. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Saudi Arabia is another example. It's like, why? What the fuck? Why are we giving any aid to Saudi Arabia? Cut that out. Okay? Cut it out. I know present means to abstain from voting, my friend. I know that. I understand that. It's just like she wanted to make sure her record was not tarnished with a no vote. And that's gonna, it doesn't matter though, because she's still absolutely gonna have fucking ads cut out for her because she's a part of the squad. Her potential new district would include Riverdale, which is a rather large Jewish population. Like, that makes no sense. Like, she's already gonna get yeeted. Like, she's not gonna get yeeted because her district as it stands currently before redistricting absolutely loves her. Like, she is incredibly popular, and I'm sure there's still going to be constituents in the new district, in the new cutout district, that is like, you know what I mean? Like, her voting present instead of fucking no doesn't change anything. Because it's indirectly using our tax dollars to pay off Northrop Grumman and Halliburton. Money laundering will give you money if you buy American. Great job, U.S. government. You just pushed back the rapture again. The only reason Jesus hasn't come down yet is because the Iron Dome would blast him out of the sky. True, dude. Someone should tell the fucking evangelicals, who are, of course, the largest funders and donators of the state of Israel in the United States. It's not the American Jews that sent funds to Israel. It's the evangelical white Protestant Christians, by the way. For those of you who don't know, I've talked about this a million times, but like, I should repeat it again and again. They do this because they believe that, like, the chosen sons and daughters of God, the Jews, need to control the entire land of Israel and beyond, actually. I think it goes like all the way to like parts of Egypt too. So that Jesus Christ can come back down to earth and fight Satan in Megadoodoo. Okay? And then that triggers the rapture where all of those fucking diabetic hogs are going to be sucked up into the fucking heaven because they've been good, wholesome, white evangelical Protestant Christians. This is a very real thing that they believe. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, it sounds like a joke, but like a big chunk of Americans that vote believe this, okay? Not a big chunk, but like a very, very vocal minority that has outsized and awesome power within American Congress believe this. And so they get sucked up into the heavens. Of course, the idea itself is not like pro-Jewish in any meaningful capacity, because the Jewish people that don't convert to evangelical Christianity when the rapture end times comes will also burn in hell alongside people like ourselves who did not convert to evangelical Christianity. So we're all dying. Like we are destined for eternal damnation and hellfire. So the idea itself is not exactly like a pro-Jewish idea. It's just more so like pro-Israel for now type beat. So, bro, I was a Christian fundamentalist. I believe that shit. It used to scare the shit out of me. I just don't understand how you can live life and like every day with that kind of fear. Do they think like the Pope is going to hell, or what's the deal with that? Dude, they're evangelical Protestants. I don't know what the fuck they believe about the Pope. Yeah, so far, Congress has an incredible track record. Only yesterday, they had a bipartisan bill to give CIA officers, restitution and healthcare payments because they are suffering from Castro's attack lasers that give them Havana syndrome. And today we're giving $1 billion to Israel. And no, Israel is not an American territory, nor is it a state or anything like that. It's just an ally, which is ridiculous. I mean, it is ridiculous. But hey, that's just how it is. Yeah, the poop lasers that Castro beamed on to just Americans only. They know how to tune into the American frequencies. In Mormonism, when you're baptized, you become Jewish basically because they're the chosen people of God. I mean, dude, listen. Like, the Jewish religion has some fucking sick lore. Like, I'm totally invested in it, okay? There's a lot of cool shit going on. I'm into it. Evangelicals are psychotic, but I'm into it too. Like, it's fascinating. That's not how becoming Jewish works. We know, motherfucker, they're Mormon, okay? Well, if it does happen, LMAO, I believe it will. You can just accept Jesus and be saved. Wait, I have like an evangelical Protestant Christian in here? That's crazy. Like, how the fuck do you deal with this every day? I mean, I make fun of you guys like regularly. It's probably the one group of people that I make fun of more than anything else. Oh, the bill also is not purely defensive, even though the bill language clearly involves funding IDF raids and bombings, but also no such defensive system would ever be offered to Gaza, an open-air prison with no freedom of movement or control over air or water that's constantly being starved. This conversation is such disingenuous bullshit, and I'm losing it. Obviously, the U.S. has for many decades intervened on behalf of one party and sought to subjugate the other party. Why is everyone acting like the U.S. government is just a peace-promoting neutral third party? It's all fake. Obviously, selling defensive systems is an implicit endorsement of a country's offensive war making. What would happen if Biden gave defensive systems to Iran, Russia, or Hezbollah? We wouldn't be doing this fake thing where we act like it's not an endorsement of offensive war. I mean, he's right. And we should. I don't understand why we literally don't fucking give weapons to every side. I mean, we kind of do. But there's like a serious imbalance with the weapons that we give to those we declare like, you know, the brown folk versus those we declare on our side. Like, we literally should just start. Honestly, I mean, you double up on your investment and then you have to sell Israel even more powerful weapons. You know what I mean? More R&D. I'm just saying, just give, dude, make an Iron Dome for Palestine. Make an Iron Dome for Palestine. Make an Iron Dome for Iran, okay? And then you have to give everyone else even more powerful weapons. You got to be like, oh, well, now we need, like, you know, penetrative Hellfire missiles that, like, the Iron Dome is stopping. I'm just saying, dude, this is some real clever shit, dude. I mean, holy fuck. The FBI is calling, boys. Hold on. Am I hired? Thank you. The CIA just called me. I'm hired. This is now a sponsored stream by Raytheon, dude. I'm a fucking war dog, baby. I shouldn't have said FBI. What do you think Iran-Contra was? We were funneling weapons to Iran while publicly supporting Iraq, playing both sides. You never lose, baby. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like baby shit. We're funneling baby shit. Like, I'm talking kick it up a notch. Instead of doing like fucking, you know, suspiciously funded JSOC operations or suspiciously funded CIA operations where we're like giving like, you know, shitty ass fucking weapons, like shitty ass weapons from like fucking 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Why don't we just like give him good weapons? Okay? You know, kick it up a notch, dude. Give him good weapons. So then, because we gave them the good weapons, then we have to give even better weapons to the other side. You know what I mean? I think you're about to advocate for the sale of recreational McNukes. Yeah, give nukes to everybody. No, Iran was mostly using USR weapons in the Iraq-Iran war. They didn't need our weapons. Plus, we were giving images of Iraq to gas Iranians. This broadcast brought to you by Raytheon Shadow Legends. Use my code PIKER821 to get a free in-game nuke and a free pass to get into lobbying with powerful in-game officials. That's just more U.S. tax money. Who cares, man? It's not like we could do productive things with that tax money anyway. What, you think we're going to get healthcare? Shut up, idiot. You know, what, you think we're going to fucking fund initiatives that actually work for American people? You crazy? You wild, dude? You out of your mind, dude? That's not happening. Bro, we can't even like fix the fucking roads without people being like, actually, this build it, you want to fix our roads that are in a desperate situation. Also features a provision that will allow you to lower pharmaceutical prices. And guess what? I don't like that because I got paid $750,000 from like medical equipment industry and also Big Pharma. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about Democratic Senator Kyrsten Sinema, who is opposed to the drug pricing reforms in President Biden's infrastructure bill that has received, shockingly, I mean, oh man, color me surprised on this one, $750,000 in donations from the pharmaceutical and medical device industries, Salon reports. What? Yeah, what? That's crazy. Dude, stop. Stop. That's a fucking girl boss, bitch. That's what that is. That's called girl boss shit, baby. Let's go. We need to dress Kyrsten Sinema next time in like a fucking $100 dress. You know what I mean? Like tax the rich, more like tax this ass, baby. Let's go. Kyrsten Sinema's gonna fucking do a thumbs down on a fucking like 99% approval rating provision that allows corporations or allows people to, like, at the very least, like, bargain to lower pharmaceutical prices, a fucking provision that Donald Trump advocated for, by the way, in a $100 fucking bill suit, just a suit covered by bills. Like, I'm getting mine, bitch, let's go. That's a fucking girl boss, baby. That's girl power, dude. That is literally slay queen shit. Do you understand me? That's slay queen shit, dude. Yeah, what's up? What's up, buy chatters? Y'all said buy visibility. Well, now you're saying not like this. Sometimes you get the buy visibility and you don't want it, okay? Not like this, though. Yeah, exactly. Insanity, dude. Senator Kyrsten Sinema, the controversial Arizona Democrat who threatens to derail President Biden's legislative agenda, received more than $750,000. Oh, can I just... I want to, like, literally start bribing these motherfuckers. Like, that's... God. I hate that it, like, goes back to literally starting a super PAC. You know what I mean? Just like a socialist leftist podcaster super PAC. But, like, I don't want to give them money. I don't want them to be reelected. I want them to fucking be jailed. So I wish I could just, like, start a super PAC that, you know, like a bunch of powerful people to just, like, advocate to throw people like this in jail. Okay, I want her to be in prison. I don't want her to get money. It is wild to me that we're just like, dude, what are we gonna do? Should we like fucking bribe them? Like, that's the point we're at now. Instead of bribing Kyrsten Sinema 3 times, Hassan bought a house for his family. I know. Then accuse other governments of corruption. I mean, other governments are corrupt. It's just that we've codified our corruption. So in a way, it's like we're more corrupt. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I work with the CIA, so we're good. Sinema told White House officials that she opposes the House and Senate bills that would allow Medicare to negotiate drug costs. Like, guys, I want to fucking tell you how evil this is, okay? So, Medicare negotiating drug costs would actually lower pharmaceutical prices across the board, has the capacity to lower pharmaceutical prices across the board, lowers pharmaceutical prices for 65 plus, okay? Like 65-year-olds. Voters, incredibly popular provision, okay? So popular that, like, Donald Trump was advocating for a similar thing, okay? I mean, his was a little bit more watered down. It was like, oh, pricing transparency, believe me, whatever. But like that would save us $450 billion over the next decade, okay? Like, that is the biggest part of the fucking pay for in the Joe Biden's $3.5 trillion spending plan. You understand that? Like she doesn't even want, like, these people that say they're like fiscal responsibility. I care about the inflation. I care about the budget. Like, no, they don't. No, you fucking don't. You never have, and you never will. And it's the same with fucking Joe Manchin. These motherfuckers that say they care about, like, you know, pay-fors, that get the pay-for will then turn around and be like, okay, maybe I don't want the pay-for because I got paid for by the fucking pharmaceutical industry. None of these motherfuckers care about fiscal responsibility. The budget bill would expand child care, health care, and paid family leave and would fund programs to combat climate change, among other measures. 3 House Democrats have also balked at the plan, although they have offered a centrist alternative that would drastically limit drugs are subject to the Medicare negotiation. Why? I wonder fucking why, dude. Sinema reportedly opposes that proposal as well. During her successful 2018 Senate campaign, Sinema repeatedly vowed to lower prescription drug prices and drug costs for seniors. I cannot tell you how much I fucking despise this fucking freak vermin scumbag. Okay? Like words that I want to use would get me banned off this platform. Things that I think of would get me banned off this platform. So all I can reduce it to is just like clowning on her for wearing shitty ass outfits, and it sucks. I am severely censoring myself right now. So you think whatever you want to think when you think about Kyrsten Sinema, okay? Like the things that I think about are just reduced to, you know, how shitty her outfits are. That's it. Okay, Jordan Peterson. No, it's not like slurs. I'm not talking about like swear words. I'm talking about like what she deserves, okay? What she deserves in a just world is like just a fraction of the insurmountable amount of pain and suffering she continues to inflict upon her constituents and Americans in general, okay? That is a truly just world. But we do not live in a truly just world. We live in an unjust world where Henry Kissinger is alive and Bourdain is dead. So I don't know. Like stuff like this, like it gives me brain cancer, dude. When I see this stuff, it just like breaks my fucking brain. Kyrsten Sinema betrayed the progressive voters who got her to where she is in the first place. Yeah, she used to also be like, Kyrsten Sinema used to be a fucking like anarchist. Like she was like a, you know, land back, abolish America KKK type fucking dumpster diving anarchist. And then quickly changed all of that when she went into Congress. Like immediately. It was always fake. And a lot of those people are usually very fucking fake anyway. %. What is the best way for AC voters to get Sinema out of office? First of all, that doesn't even matter at this point. What matters at this point is like you're exaggerating. I'm exaggerating? Bro, are you fucking kidding me, dude? No, I'm not. You're so wrong. She literally was like, Kyrsten Sinema went from lefty activist to proud neoliberal Democrat. The senator, Kyrsten Sinema, a former Green Party aligned activist. She was Green Party if that's not enough for you to like fucking... Like they brought it up. Past ties to far left groups are resurfacing as she campaigns to win Arizona Senate race against her Republican opponent, Martha McSally. Once I touch a little money, the socialism shit is over. Yeah, I know. It's always like really ironic whenever people say that like I am like that. In a pink tutu denigrating our service while we were in harm's way. I remember is where they were on 9/11. I was deployed in the Middle East, led airstrikes against the Taliban, and was the first woman fly. Yeah, Martha McSally sucks too. So like, I mean, she's like the only person that's worse. Oh, here it is. This is the campaign ad. Bro, she had a dog shit fucking fashion even back then. Holy fuck. Is Hasan defending AOC on her president vote? No, but it seems like you've already fucking came in here with her with your suspicions, so you might as well just like keep making up the you know, a universe where I did defend it, so you can get angry at that person in your mind and just continue the thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? I bet Hasan fucking defended AOC voting president. Like it literally doesn't even matter. Like I don't even know why she did that. It doesn't matter. Like the people that think that that's like a really important thing are basically useless. I'm just asking, bro. Oh yeah, okay. Well, just ask away. No, it's like, it's a fucking stupid ass thing to fucking do, especially when she was like cheerleading against it originally. So it doesn't matter if she fucking, it doesn't even matter if she voted fucking yes, even. It wouldn't matter. We're in the big doesn't matter hours right now. 420 to 9, dog. Do you think anything fucking matters? I mean, it doesn't matter in the sense that, like, why does she even change it? Like, she should have just not changed it. She should have just stayed no. It doesn't fucking matter. She's already fucked. It's like you're losing like the little bit of posturing that you were doing. Like, no joke, Son. Could you actually put aside about $500,000 in the future to make a pact to encourage Sinema or Manchin to vote as a leftist on an issue? Dude, you guys have baby brains if you literally think that there is such a thing that like a leftist pack. There is no amount of money that will fucking turn these people into socialists, dog. Are you fucking silly? You think I and like 3 other fucking leftist podcasters could combat like the Koch brothers, dude? Are you nuts? Like, I was just fucking joking when I said that. Even like billionaires who have more money than like God, even a singular billionaire or even 2 billionaires could probably not be able to effectively fight back against like capitalism if like one of them got like struck by lightning and decided to be a socialist all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And wanted to like use the system and the built-in structures that other billionaires have put before them to like try to change the outcomes. Like, you don't have to challenge Coke to make a difference. No, but you think the pharmaceutical corporations don't have a fucking larger stake in every fucking politician than like 8 podcaster lefties that set up a fucking super PAC? Or even if it's, like I said, fuck us. Let's say Jeff Bezos tomorrow decides he's like a fucking, you know, he gets hit in the head. When he went out to space, he became like a socialist. Okay? Tomorrow. If he personally tried to utilize the system, the mechanism that was set before him, that he also personally had a vested interest in like designing, he would not be able to single-handedly fight back against it. And that's Jeff fucking Bezos, the most powerful person on the planet. You just said she was bought for $750,000. Now no amount of money can buy her. Are you serious? Are you guys fucking stupid? It's not just the $750,000, man. Like, she's not... Oh, God. Every part of this system is designed to continue the oppressive structures, okay? All the way from Kyrsten Sinema getting $750,000 from pharmaceutical corporations, including like other corporations that other types of industry that literally have a stake in like destroying these sorts of progressive bills, all the way down to the fucking like chef that works at a goddamn kitchen that's making $75,000 a year but has a 401k, so he thinks he has a vested interest in the stock market doing well. Okay? All matter of our societal formation revolves around capitalism. That's why it's easier to imagine the end of the world rather than the end of capitalism. Okay? You can't tackle these systems from a fucking top-down approach. You can only make marginal improvements, and that's still significant. It goes a long way. But the real way to do it is through organizing, through labor power, through using our numbers. Like, you think motherfuckers couldn't match like whatever kind of meager donations that like a bunch of people could put together? It doesn't work that way. Marco Rubio said it best to the Parkland kids when he said, NRA donates to me because they vote. They know I vote in line with them. I don't vote in line with them because they donate to me. Yeah. The best thing you can do in the short term is put people that are not so easily bought and sold by corporate interests into positions of power if you want to exhaust the state machinations while you fucking create a ground that makes it easier to organize, slowly dismantling the systemic burdens and hurdles that were placed upon labor organizing in this country over the past fucking century. Okay? That's the best thing you can do. That's not a pipe dream. That's the most realistic alternative for progressives, leftists, whoever the fuck you are. You can't do anything else outside of that. I mean, you can do a bunch of different things, obviously. Activism, mutual aid, direct action, yada yada, but that is the like best way forward. There's nothing else that you can do. We have no mechanism to push back. It's not quick. It won't happen immediately. And we're just going to keep suffering like this. Here's something you can do. If you wanted to protest Kyrsten Sinema, I don't suggest going to her house and picketing her house or fucking making her life a living hell. If you want to do that, I mean, hey, that's your fucking public representative. If you're upset as a constituent, I'm not going to fucking tell you not to fucking show that. Okay? But the real way to do it, no, I'm not going to do an ad break here, dude. Hold on. Shut the fuck up. No, the real way to do it is to rob her of her power. Because there's a reason why the pharmaceutical corporations are giving her $750,000 despite the fact that she's a green senator. You know what I mean? She's like pretty new in the Senate. And that's because she sits on committees. She commands power within the Senate beyond her singular vote. So you have to remove her from committee positions. You have to threaten to remove her from committee positions. There's a million different fucking ways that Dick Durbin should be whipping her right now. Like literally, okay? Literally whipping the shit out of fucking Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. Why are we not doing that? How do we get dumbass cuck Schumer to get Dick Durbin to whip Kyrsten Sinema? If you want to get into the nitty and the gritty, that's what you're supposed to do here in the short term. If you want to fucking salvage the situation that we are experiencing. And that's precisely what we should be doing. Increasing the stress and pressure from the top down upon these fucking dipshits and telling them that, oh, you like your fucking committee positions? Well, guess what? No longer will you have any fucking singular say beyond your one vote. Because popularity won't do shit to them. Popularity will not do anything to them. Like, Kyrsten Sinema doesn't give a fuck about popularity, bro. You kidding me? She's unpopular as shit, dude. She is deeply unpopular. Kyrsten Sinema's popularity has plummeted in her state. I mean, look no further than fuck, what's his name? The astronaut twin guy, Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly beat Martha McSally, the person that Kyrsten Sinema barely defeated to win a fucking seat in Arizona. Mark Kelly beat Martha McSally by wider margins than Kyrsten Sinema, and he had a more progressive campaign. She cares if her constituents call her office to threaten the voter out, though? No, dude. No. And plus, in a lot of instances, these people, they just want to fucking flip on a dime anyway. Like, she might have an alternative fucking way of trying to to fund her future endeavors. She might just like flip over and go on the corporate lobbying side. You know what I mean? Probably not, because you do command a lot more power in the Senate than that. But yeah, according to a July poll, Biden's approval rating among Democrats was 94. Mark Kelly was 85. Kyrsten Sinema is 54 among Democrats. How about among independents? She managed to get the lowest support there too. Biden gets 44%. Kelly gets 45. Sinema gets 40%. Yeah. Her fucking approval rating is dog shit, and it doesn't even fucking matter. It literally does not matter. She is not operating for constituents. She's not working for constituents. She's working for Kyrsten Sinema, and this article shows that perfectly. But yeah, Kyrsten Sinema went viral after cheerfully voting against a $15 minimum wage hike. You guys remember. Sinema doesn't have a conflict of interest that might explain her vote. According to disclosures, her only extracurricular activity is a $25,000 a year adjunct teaching job at a local university. Well, she also got like paid. She did a fucking paid internship at a winery too, right? But anyway, whatever. Who consistently ranks amongst the least wealthy members of Congress, appeared to pair her journey up with her political ladder with a windfall in her own personal fortune. All leftist activists eventually evolved to champagne Democrats. Yeah, totally, dude. I know. That's why Bernie Sanders, champagne Democrat. Dude, we don't even have like, there is no real and legitimate fucking leftist organizing within the party or within the electoral system until recently. Or they used to be one, and it completely went away post 9/11 and even before then. And now it's getting back. She was soon plunged into bitter poverty when the recession that closed out a decade of product put her out of a job. She would often tell audiences the family lived on for years in a converted gas station with no running water or electricity. In later years, she would add a bootstrapping moral to the story, a sign of the work ethic that with a little bit of help, anyone can get to the top in America. Oh yeah, it's just slowly but surely fucking changing her rhetoric. She channeled her concern for the poor and downtrodden into political activism. An idealistic young Sinema worked for Ralph Nader's 2000 Green Party bid, which she saw as the start of a decades-long movement for change. She worked with fucking Ralph Nader, dude. Using Arizona's public financing law, I don't believe in accepting money in exchange for votes. That's bribery. She ran as an independent for Phoenix City Council. Pointing to the lopsided distribution of wealth that left poor immigrant families with no safety net, calling for better education and comprehensive health care coverage and improved child care and mental health coverage. She spent 2003 protesting the Iraq War. Back when doing so was literally violently unpopular, protesting outside of a campaign stop in Tucson for Senator Joe Lieberman's presidential campaign run. And now she's literally Joe Lieberman. Like, she is our generation, our version of Joe Lieberman in this Congress. It makes me so sad. Aiden Ross being pretty base.
Guys are actually going to get affected by this talk, so let's do this shit, all right? I'm just going to not go too deep in because I don't want some crazy shit happening to me, right? Do something in your life that you like to do. You want to wake up and be happy. You don't want to wake up and just feel...
Dude, I'm banning that person who sent this dumbass thing to me. Like, when I'm in the middle of fucking freaking out about Kyrsten Sinema. Okay? Here you go, man. Take a week off, okay? 14-month subscriber. Are you fucking psychotic? I should have never clicked on that. It's my fault. I'm going to... Okay, I'll reduce your ban because I fucking clicked on it still and read it and I clicked on it, but like what a freak, dude. Jesus Christ, please. Fuck, I can't even move it here. Just one day. Take a fucking day off. Weirdo, dude. Holy shit. Anyway. Wait, that turns it into 8 days? Is that how that works? No, it just changes it, chat. Shut up. You don't know. Any advice for Arizona voter if we see Sinema on the ballot with someone like McSally again? It was such a headache for me last time. There is no alternative there either. Like, there's just no fucking alternative. Unless you have someone that's going to run against her, like, you just have nothing. Like, you have no alternative for Kyrsten Sinema. This is just the way the system is fucking designed. And a lot of people scream about, like, harm reduction. And they say harm reduction, bullshit. Harm reduction is bullshit. It's like, okay, if we have someone to run in her stead, if we have someone to run against her, then yeah. But that's why it's like so, that's why I feel so fucking fatigued and disillusioned or I just like don't care. And when I don't care, people get mad at me. Like liberals, they get mad at me. They say, you don't care about the future of America. Like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude, it's just because like my voice does not matter. It's so hard to fucking urge people to go out and vote when in fact, like, I know that certain areas are just not going to improve no matter what. You just hate America? I really do, man. I really do. I just hate, like, I love America because of the Americans that live in it, and I fucking hate America. I mean, let me tell you something. I'm looking outside right now. It's dark as fuck outside in the middle of the day. It's 81 degrees and sunny here in California. Do you want to know why it's dark as fuck outside when it's 82 degrees and sunny? Because of wildfires, dude. Non-stop fucking wildfires. So now it's brown as shit outside. And there's nothing we can do about it. The smoke is making it uninhabitable. Beautiful day. Nothing we can do about that. Just nothing. It's not going to change. We can't even get fucking PG&E to like update their infrastructure. We give money to them to do so, and then they just don't do it. What are you going to do? Same with fucking Kyrsten Sinema. What are you going to do? What the fuck are you going to do? What can you do? Nothing. And it's just so... It's so frustrating, man. It just sucks. Here, I mean, great example. Here. Let's do it. Another fucking instance where it's like Jen Psaki.
So what he has asked all of us to convey clearly to people who are understandably have questions, are passionate, are concerned, as we are about the images that we have seen, is one, we feel those images are horrible and horrific. There is an investigation the president certainly supports, overseen by the Department of Homeland Security, which he has conveyed will happen quickly. I can also convey to you that the secretary also conveyed to civil rights leaders earlier this morning that we would no longer be using horses.
Oh shit, dude, thank God. It was the horsies. That was the big problem. Not our fucking white nativist immigration policies. It was the fucking horses. Like, we're going to punish the person for using the reins as a whip because that's unacceptable protocol. Like, well, maybe you're fucking missing the forest for the trees there a little bit. It's not that people are just upset about, like, endangering people by using horses and whips, which is definitely a fucking bad part of it. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real fucking good stuff is the horrifying immigration policy that dictates that, 690,000 people that were seeking asylum were purged from this country without allowing their due process, without allowing them an opportunity to fucking get legal paperwork done so they could even fucking try to seek asylum here. Okay, that's the issue. Not just the fucking horses. It's not just the fucking whips. Okay? This is not a W. All right? I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. What the fuck is this? Look. Pussy. Oh my God. Look. I don't know what to say to that, man. This dude has just been spamming it nonstop too. Well, it was someone else that he like stole it from because I saw it a bunch of times before. Damn it, dude. Look, it's a top of the fucking hour ad break, dude. That's right. That's right, dude. Top of the fucking hour. Time for a 60-second ad break. If you'd like to no longer see the ads, you can subscribe. You don't have to, but you can. You can do it for $4. You can do it for free with a Twitch Prime. You can also use an ad blocker or VPN if you don't want to subscribe. But Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account that you can connect to your Twitch account. Here's the ad break now.
Of course, that's a lie. We know that's.
Oh, hold on. Let's get back to this, though.
In Del Rio. So that is something, a policy change that has been made.
Do you know about the upcoming Yahtzee film TV strike? Support your union brothers? Yes, dude. Like, I do. I talked about it yesterday. I posted about it on Instagram, too. Like, yes. Of course. I hate it when people come in here with, like, an attitude where they're just like, fucking bitch, you don't care about this.
Made in response. But separately, all related, it's also important for people to understand what our process and our immigration process is and what the steps are that are taken.
For the record, like, Kyrsten Sinema was never genuine. I don't think she was ever genuine. I think she was just in it to fucking, you know, in it for the bag. I mean, she literally was like, once I touch a little bit of this money, this socialism shit is over.
Find on the internet, but this meme is very real. The Green New Deal, surprise, serves China and China only. You can go ahead and put number 1 up. So today,
Hell yeah, dude. That's right. I mean, she's right. The Green New Deal does serve China. It also serves Taiwan. It serves South Korea, North Korea. It serves Russia. It serves Israel, and also it serves the United States of America. Because yes, the Green New Deal serves humanity. Because yes, the Green New Deal is about reducing our carbon production, our carbon footprint. And the only way to do that effectively is through systemic change. The Green New Deal also financializes that aspect, or at least not financialized, but like makes an effort to turn that into a productive situation by, you know, trying to create alternative job opportunities for millions of Americans. But ultimately, the goal is, yes, to save the world, or at least, like, you know, try to move it away from our sprint towards death and destruction. But it doesn't matter because this person is a titan. So I don't think she cares. She'll just like go back to wherever fucking titans live, and she'll survive the climate change apocalypse. Oh, the Kyrsten Sinema thing is so fucking makes me so angry. Stop sending me this fucking link, dude. I don't care. I'm not gonna click on it. All right, so here is Charlie Kirk, who wants to deputize people to fucking murk Haitian migrants. That seems like a good idea. Oh wait, we did that, dude. Voting president on the IronDome issue is an act of political cowardice. Vote yes or no. Let the people know where you stand. Otherwise, it's just a cynical gesture designed to sustain a radical brand while performing the status quo. Yeah, like, it also is foolhardy, too. It's so fucking foolish. It's so incredibly foolish because, like, no one thinks you're, like, unsure of what to do on that issue. Like, it's so stupid. What is this? Surprise is a Nazi? That's funny. I heard H-Rock say something about how a recession is on the horizon because some companies in China going down. Do you know what he's talking about? It confused me. Yeah, it's like the Evergrande shit. I don't know exactly what's going on there, so. The AOC voting president for that is so stupid because not a single one of her dissenters is going to be like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like, I think she voted president because she really cares about the defense budget allocations for Israel. Like, no. It's so dumb, dude. Like, just fucking vote yes if you want people to fucking think that you are not willing to curb funding to Israel. It's not like, dude, why are there always people in here that keep telling me whenever like stuff happens with neoliberals' new account? Like, I don't understand why this person constantly gets fucking yeeted off the platform, but I certainly don't understand why like her fans come in here to like explain it to me. Okay. I don't understand. All right, man. Like, it's very strange behavior to. It's probably to deter election assets saying she voted no. It doesn't matter, dude. They can literally turn around and cut ads saying AOC led the charge against Israel's Iron Dome funding project. AOC aligns with radical Islamist fundamentalists like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. It doesn't matter. They're still going to fucking say that. So it literally doesn't matter. And she did. She was like, she was a part of the collective that bravely stood and said that why the fuck are we paying $1 billion to the Iron Dome? Like, that makes no sense. So it doesn't matter in the end. It literally does not matter. So it's so strange to just vote president. Just vote yes then, dude. If you want to save your ass, vote yes. If you don't care about that part, if you want to be honest, if you want to have integrity, then vote no. Because you functionally now voted no. And then you say, no, she voted president. But that doesn't change anything. Like, that doesn't change anything. Do you understand? And what's also, I mean, like, what was it? Was it 9 votes? Like, who voted no in the House of Representatives? Like, that's not all the fucking progressives. Like, a lot of those in the progressive caucus still ended up voting yes on it. Hold on, I just gotta fucking here. Let's get started.
There's confusion this morning about the Biden administration's policy on thousands of migrants who have been camping on the southern border of Texas. Many of the 15,000 migrants have been deported to their native Haiti. But sources tell CBS News more than 1,000 have been allowed into the U.S. to ask for asylum. The governor of Texas has been using a line of police cars to keep the migrants out. Manuel Bojorquez is at the Border Patrol Station in Brackettville, about 30 miles east of Del Rio. Manuel, good morning.
Good morning. Many of the migrants who have been allowed to enter the United States have been issued notices to appear at an immigration court within 60 days. In the meantime, the Biden administration says it's working with South American countries like Brazil and Chile to see if they will allow the return of Haitian migrants who have recently lived there.
Haitian migrants scrambling to find their place in line. And arguments break out on the tarmac as U.S. deportation flights ramp up in an effort to clear out the camp in Del Rio in the next 9 to 10 days. More than 1,400 Haitians have been deported since Sunday, and there are plans for as many as 7 flights a day to their homeland. But fewer than 5,000 migrants remain in the camp as conditions deteriorate.
Just outside the bridge camp, there are state troopers lined up as far as the eye can see in either direction here. The point is to build a wall of vehicles to prevent anyone from slipping into the U.S.
Tiffany Burrow is director of operations for an organization in Del Rio that is helping migrants who are released into the U.S.
We see people who are allowed to continue on in their asylum seeking process, but it appears that the majority are not.
Under the bridge, there are a lot more people. And over here, we're seeing a trickle of them, although it's in the hundreds. So it's a lot for us, too.
Meanwhile, in Washington, members of the Congressional Black Caucus met with White House officials demanding accountability for what they consider the mistreatment of migrants.
We witnessed cowboys with their reins again whipping black people, Haitians, into the war.
What's your take on this? What do you think? What do you think my take on it is? That like we got fucking modern day slave patrol, and that's literally what this is. Like, you know, they're grabbing anyone they can, and they're fucking either directly sending them back to Haiti or detaining them in immigrant detention facilities where they, you know, they do slave labor. So, you know what I mean? That's not very different. I've heard something about like potentially even sending them to Gitmo, which is psychotic. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Water, and we're saying to the president and everybody else, you got to stop this madness.
Who said they're doing slave labor? My friend, what do you think labor under coercion is? I mean, it's constitutionally protected slave labor too. 13th Amendment offers slave labor to those who are like offers slavery as a alternative. It's called slave labor when you are imprisoned and working for like a cent an hour or $1 an hour. That's what it is. Slavery is still very much legal. Labor without pay is slavery? Wait, what? Are you fucking stupid? Forced labor is still considered slavery. Like, coercive labor is still slavery. Labor under coercive conditions like being imprisoned is still slavery. I'm agreeing with you, sorry. Yeah, like you don't have to... Prison labor is slave labor.
Those lawmakers are also calling for the removal of Border Patrol agents who were seen on horseback intimidating migrants. Those agents are currently under investigation, and during that time, they have been reassigned to administrative duties. Tony?
Meanwhile,
They're getting paid. How is this slavery? Dude. I don't know how to describe this to you. If your freedom is robbed from you and you are literally working in chains and they tell you, oh, if you want, like, I don't know, some treats within this facility that we've locked you into, you can work for $2 an hour and we'll literally fucking, we'll allow you to buy some fucking treats, buy some humanity back for yourself, be able to call your family. You got nothing else going on. Why don't you do this? Oh, dude, I guess it's not slavery then, because, there's 12 cents that he's getting paid. Yeah, it's like saying chattel slaves were compensated for their labor with shelter and food. Scraps. That's nuts. Come on, boys. They have no freedom, but they at least have shelter, right? That's good. It's like... It's actually not slavery, dude. Actually, slavery never existed. That's the real fucking mega mind 5-head take. Is like, it's like calling college interns slaves. First of all, free internships are fucking disgusting too. But the real reason why we don't criticize free internships in the same situation as like prison is because you're not imprisoned. Okay? And it is slavery, technically. It's just slavery that you're willingly engaging in. And the reality is, the reason why we don't get super mad at that when we should actually get super mad at that is because it's a lot of rich kids that are able to take those free internships. And poor people can't do that. Because there's still a choice involved in the matter. But yes, in America, we have a bunch of fucking legalized forms of slavery. Okay? And one of them is prison labor. Unpaid internships are there to ensure that poor people have a more difficult time breaking into industry scenes. That too. Yeah, Ted Bundy should have had a $100K a year job in prison. Why is it that you always talk about Ted Bundy? First of all, yeah, sure. What's he gonna do with $100,000? Huh? What's he gonna do, bro? Is he gonna do crimes with the $100,000 that he has? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, give the Boston bomber a $75,000 a year job in prison. I don't give a fuck. Okay, suck my cock. I'm not Bernie Sanders. I will openly state that, because that means the millions of people that are currently being enslaved in our fucking prison system also get a shred of dignity, a shred of humanity back. And we as a country can at the very least say, you know what? We have abolished slavery. But we can't say that right now because we haven't. Because it's literally fucking legal. Shut the fuck up. Also, I'm currently referencing migrants. Okay? I'm referencing asylum seekers that are being detained and put away in immigrant detention facilities, dude. How are you going to compare that dude who's like escaping death, imprisonment, rape, death squads, and all manner of different problems to come to America for a fucking shot to survive to fucking Ted Bundy? You have a Ted Bundy brain if you think that there is any comparison there to make. I fucking love when the argument goes from like, Oh, dude, well, you're calling this slavery. Well, my fucking conditions are shitty. Oh, okay. That's the way we should be doing things. Because your conditions are fucking shitty, then we should make it even more shitty for everyone else. It's not like I'm not advocating to, like, you know, not help you put food on your table, you dumb idiot. Is way lower than $2 an hour, and Alabama and Texas don't even pay. Oh, there it is. The average is 0.63. I was wrong. It's not even $2 an hour. Come on, guys. It's like a loophole. Like these idiotic Redditor ass chatters that came in here were like, well, technically it's not slavery. I guess it's only slavery in Alabama if you're in a regular job and a non-industry job. But like technically they're getting paid 30 cents. They don't have to work. They can get away with it. $12 a week we got paid in Illinois prison. $12 a week, dude. Come on. What do you say to those who say they chose to do the crime? I say crime is not a crime. Okay? Not all crimes are equal. And many people that are doing crimes that land them in prison are doing it as a consequence of material conditions that guide them towards that, rather than because they're fucking evil. Okay? Like this notion that there are good people and good people are doing good things and bad people are choosing to do bad things is so fucking idiotic. Like, you know, I don't even entertain it. This is my favorite type of fucking leftist, though. Please don't call people slaves, because that reduces all their worth to that. They are enslaved people, not slaves. Dude, if you're hyper focusing on the aesthetics of fucking the way I'm using my rhetoric here, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, I mean, I'm literally describing a concept to baboons in this chat that have never even comprehended this. Like, I'm having a conversation about, like, coerced labor for no wages whatsoever for, like, of imprisoned peoples. And you're over here being like, actually, I'm going to tone police that. Like, there are people in here that are like, these people deserve to be enslaved, okay? Let's tackle that first, and then we can fix the fucking language that I'm using. Jesus Christ. They're probably a scholar. Don't get mad at them. I know, but like, you know, keep that fucking academic shit out of here for a second, okay? Like, I know. Yeah, I get it. Your heart's in the right place. But you should recognize that mine is too. I'm using rhetoric that is understandable, that people understand and recognize. Yeah, I know there's a new mass shooting. Multiple people are injured. Several are being taken to the hospital following a shooting at Kroger in Tennessee. Town spokesperson says. We will get to that in a little bit, but like, I need more details.
It's not true. You have pictures of people that have pieces of paper that says, please help us. I do not speak English. What bus do I need to take? Thanks for your help. As they get real.
Wow, that's disgusting, man. I can't believe I'm like, why would you be mad at that, dude? That should show you like a normal human being with just like half of a fucking brain cell would look at that situation and go, wow, that's really terrible, man. Like, that's really fucking terrible. Like, how desperate can these people be? These are human beings, by the way. Charlie Kirk looks at that and goes, that's terrible. We should fucking deport them.
Released into the interior of the United States. Bill Malhusian is saying they are releasing entire family units into the United States. Now, some people are saying I'm being too harsh on Texas. Well, Texas, whether they like it or not, are front and center, smack dab in the middle of the great question of our time, which is, who runs the country? What do you do when you start to have a apathetic tyrant, now apathetic when it comes to immigration law, but very engaged when it comes towards forcing vaccinations? What do you do?
Joe Biden literally deported more people than Donald Trump using Title 42. His administration is currently fighting federal courts to keep Title 42, a CDC protocol, the only CDC protocol that actually fucking took place under the Trump administration pretty much, unconditionally. And Joe Biden, like I said, has deported 690,000 immigrants without offering them due process, without offering them asylum seeking, a legal right that they have. Donald Trump, which was a fucking broke boy, only did that to 420,000. So whenever these people try to tell you, whenever these Republicans, these charlatans try to tell you like Joe Biden is too empathetic to the plight of the migrant and apathetic to the Americans who are terrified of them senselessly, don't believe them. They're fucking lying. Like, my question to people like Charlie Kirk is, what do you want? Like, you want him to fucking like murder Haitian immigrants on the border? Will that seethe your blood thirst, your bloodlust? Shit.
I know so many amazing patriots in the great state of Texas, and I love Texas, that have been waiting and are willing for this moment. Deputize a citizen force. Put them on the border. Give them handcuffs. Get it done.
Bro, it is literally straight doo-doo brown right now. Like, it's orange inside of this room. I don't know how close the fucking wildfires are, but goddamn, dude. It is wild out here currently in Los Angeles.
Sure, that's dramatic. You know what's dramatic? The invasion of the country. We're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk about how the other side has openly admitted that this is about bringing in voters that they want and they like, and honestly diminishing and decreasing white demographics in America. We're going to say that part out loud.
He's like, fuck it, I'm going to be a Nazi, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it, dude. He's literally like, he's like, fuck it, I'm saying it. We must secure a future existence for white children. Like, he's literally just like 14 wordsing it, dude. Wow. Wow, Charlie. Okay, that's
so many people in the corporate media are afraid to talk about it. Charlie Kirk here. Check out the Charlie Kirk Show podcast.
Goddamn, dude. Goddamn. That's a mask off. And the mask is the Klan mask. Hold on, I gotta tweet about this. Sorry, I'm tweeting about it. Did you watch the new Joe Rogan yet? No. I mean, that's at the heart of this fear and anger, by the way, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Like, it is actually just, white nationalist rhetoric. It's the demographics of destiny. It's that white people are being bred out by black people, by non-whites. Like, this is what Nazis freaked out about. That's just straight up being normalized in this point. And it's really difficult to combat because how the fuck do you combat it? Like, how? Because there's so many people that, like, unironically believe that without even recognizing that is racist as fuck. You got to ask people, like, why do you think it's bad that white people, there's less white people? What defines a white person? Do you live in South Texas? Fuck no, you don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't understand. First of all, South Texas isn't even white, you idiot. South Texas is fucking more brown than where I live in fucking California. So what the fuck do you mean? If anything, South Texas has historically never been fucking white, and it never will be white. There is not a singular moment in history where South Texas was white. How are you going to fucking live in South Texas and complain? It's like living in Beijing and being like, where are the white folk at? What the fuck's going on? Dumbass. And that was Mexico. Don't live in fucking North Mexico and then complain that there's Mexicans. The fuck is that? I mean, it literally does not make sense to be like, ha, you don't live in South Texas, brother. You don't know what it's like. It's like, motherfucker, you're literally living in South Texas. Like, that's not your land, okay? What kind of idiotic fucking take is this? Wait, what is he saying? I wasn't saying it should be white, you idiot. Oh, fuck. Why don't those dumb dems die then and can't come Harris fix the border issue? Do you live in South Texas? Why don't those dumb dems die then and can't come Harris fix the border issue? People are flowing over at massive levels. More than Trump, more than Obama, more than Bush era. And they just don't even talk about it. That's criminal. First of all, that's literally not true. Everyone is talking about it. Not only criminal, but Biden and cum the fuck needs to be relieved of office. Like, what's your alternative? Should we just murder him, dude? Fear? Do you live in South Texas? Fuck no, you don't. I wasn't saying it should be white, you idiot. What are you saying then? What's the problem then with migrants coming into South Texas? Oh, I said, should we kill them? And he said, yes. Oh, okay. Well, you know, hopefully someone feels that way about you in the future, okay? That's all I'm going to say, if it's not a big deal, you know? Maybe one day you'll see what it's like when you and your family are treated in a similar capacity. Fucking piece of shit. Garbage, subhuman, vile filth.
An unrelenting stream of immigration. But why? Well, Joe Biden just said it. To change the racial mix of the country. That's the reason. To reduce the political power of people whose ancestors lived here and dramatically increase the proportion of Americans newly arrived from the third world. And then
dehumanizing, yikes. I'm dehumanizing because I said a vile racist scumbag is a fucking worm and not a human for having a point of view that dictates that fucking you know, these black Haitian migrants that are trying to survive should be murdered on the border. Yeah, no thanks, man.
Biden went further. He said that non-white DNA is the, quote, source of our strength. Imagine saying that.
Subhuman is a disgusting Nazi term, though? No, the fuck is not. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm dehumanizing those who fucking dehumanize others, dude. They're not human. I don't want to fucking believe that, like, a human being could be so fucking vile and filthy and disgusting. There's a difference. My difference is I believe that any human being has the capacity to fucking change and not be a racist subhuman freak. Those racist subhuman freaks, on the other hand, do not believe that people can change if they're black, okay, or if they're brown. And that's the difference. I don't know if you're new here or not, but if you're going to tone police the way I talk about Nazis and subhuman filth like racist white supremacists, white nationalists, then, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, that's not happening. Like, I'm going to do that.
This is the language of eugenics. It's horrifying. But there's a reason Biden said it. In political terms, this policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries. They brag about it all the time, but if you dare to say it's happening, they will scream at you with maximum hysteria. And here you have an unrelenting stream of immigration. But why? Well, Joe Biden just said it. To change the racial mix of the country. That's the reason, to reduce the political power of people whose ancestors lived here and dramatically increase the proportion of Americans newly arrived from the third world. And then Biden went further. He said that non-white DNA is the, quote, source of our strength. Imagine saying that. This is the language of eugenics. It's horrifying. But there's a reason Biden said it. In political terms, this policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's literally advocating for Nazi rhetoric. The Great Replacement theory is a Nazi theory while simultaneously calling Joe Biden a Nazi. How? Dude, what the fuck? Yo, how do we get here, dude? How? Like, he said it's... Bro, that's nuts, dude. It's gotten to a point where, like, Nazism is, like, the known enemy, right? Like, everybody understands that. Everybody understands that, like, you know, if you're a Nazi, you're bad, right? Most people do. Except for, like, some of these fucking subhuman freaks in my chat. But most people recognize that, right? So now, it's gotten to a point where, like, a literal Nazi advocating for Nazi policies are turning... It can turn around and be like, the other side is actually Nazis. Most watched political broadcast in the nation, dude. This is the demographics of destiny and the Great Replacement theory being fucking advocated for on the most popular broadcast on the planet. That is crazy to me.
Legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries. They brag about it all the time, but if you dare to say it's happening, they will scream at you with maximum hysteria. And here you have Joe Biden confirming his motive on tape with a smile on his face.
We got to watch this whole segment now. I have to watch this whole segment now. Okay, we asked Democrats about the border. Vice News. Let's watch Tucker Carlson, and then we'll get back to the Democrats.
Ask yourself, as you watch the historic tragedy that is Joe Biden's immigration policy, what's the point of this? Nothing about it is an accident, obviously. It's intentional. Joe Biden did it on purpose. But why? Why would a president do this to his own country? No sane first world nation opens its borders to the world, promising the poorest people on the planet that they can have endless free taxpayer-funded services if they show up and break your laws. That's not just stupid, it's...
Yeah, endless taxpayer-free paid services, dude. Like what? That's insane. What are the services, dude? Isn't this from like April? Or is he bringing up white genocide again? It's Tucker Carlson. He brings up white genocide every night. He is subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, promoting the concept of white genocide and how, you know, immigrants are invading every fucking night. Why do we even talk about this fucking windbag? I don't know. Maybe because he's literally spouting Nazi rhetoric on the most popular broadcast in the United States of America. This show is the most popular news show in the country. So the most popular political commentator in the nation is trying to propagandize and agitate people into adopting further white nationalist and white supremacist talking points.
Suicidal. For generations, middle-class Americans have had access to the best health care in the world, but not anymore. That's over for good. Our system
That's never happened. He's trying to use He's trying to use our like horrible social safety nets as a talking point against like immigration. Like it's the immigrants that ruined our social safety nets, as though that's the case, and not those who fucking fill Tucker Carlson's disgusting pockets, dude. Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm old enough to remember a time when Obamacare is dog shit. It's not enough, and it was basically fucking wealth transfer back to the pharmaceutical corporation, back to the insurance industry. But even then, the good provisions within Obamacare, like allowing making it impossible to deny coverage to those with pre-existing conditions, was advocated against. It was advocated against regularly on the Tucker Carlson broadcast. Well, not just Tucker Carlson, but like every single fucking Republican said that that's horrible, and they said it because they were in the pocket of the pharmaceutical industry and the insurance industry, and they still are. That hasn't changed. So this notion that like Medicaid expansion is bad, that Medicaid should not exist, that like homeless people are filthy and dirty and lazy, like this is what he fucking broadcasts regularly on his platform, and then turns around and acts like, oh man, our social safety nets are crippled because fucking 1,000 immigrants came in to the United States of America. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Disgusting.
Handle this many destitute newcomers, period. Imagine what hospitals are going to look like a year from now. How about schools? What Joe Biden is doing now will change this country forever. So again, why is he doing it? There's only one plausible answer. You're not allowed to say it out loud. CNN will attack you if you do. The social media companies will shut you down. The Southern Poverty Law Center will call you dangerous. You could lose your bank account. The left will become completely unhinged and hysterical, and that's how you know it's true.
And like without even like mentioning like why this would somehow be bad, he just makes up shit about how like they're gonna overcrowd our hospitals, which is bullshit. Even the fucking Libertarian Cato Institute has shown time and time again that undocumented immigrants actually are not a fucking burden on our already crippled social safety nets. We have no social safety nets. We never have, because of people like Tucker Carlson literally advocating against it, and dumbass hogs getting so hyped up on the racism juice that they forget that like the wealthy are stealing from them. Okay, they're so horny for fucking racist rhetoric that like they end up voting for dumbass Republican politicians who cripple those social safety nets, and then they turn around and they're like, well, it's the immigrants. It's like, no, that's not true. It's literally not true. As far as like emergency room expenditure, undocumented immigrants take up like 0.9%. Okay, it's insane. It's totally made up. This notion that like undocumented immigrants are actually like a burden on our resources is fucking totally made up. Totally made up. And yet this completely made up, easily falsifiable, nonsensical sentiment exists in this country all the time. Let me tell you another racist truth, okay? Whenever people say undocumented immigrants cost $300 billion a year to U.S. taxpayers, you know what they're talking about? They're talking about the children of undocumented immigrants. They're saying that if you have a parent who is not a documented U.S. citizen, then you yourself, despite being born on U.S. soil, should still technically be under the umbrella of undocumented immigration, because they can't say that undocumented immigrants as a whole are exhaustive on our systems, because that's not true. They pay more in taxes than they take out of the system. Okay? There is no rewards to reap regardless. And these fucking filthy pieces of shit literally make it seem like if you are born on U.S. soil, you are constitutionally an American citizen, and that's been protected time and time again. And yet, in the minds of the Republican Party's white nativist agitators, that is not a real consideration. If you're born into a fucking family where there's one undocumented parent, okay, whether they were a tourist, an immigrant overstaying on a visa, or someone who crossed the border, doesn't matter. You are not fully an American citizen. The Constitution believes you are. Everyone else believes you are. You can even become president one day, but Tucker Carlson does not, because he is a white nationalist. Okay? And these people will lie. They will continue to lie, and most others will never recognize that lie, because that's how social conditioning works. That's disgusting, dude. It is so fucking disgusting.
Only censor the true things. Nobody gets in trouble for claiming the earth is flat. So it could be risky for us to explain what's actually happening here, but for once, we don't need to do that. Joe Biden himself has already done it for us.
Dude, it's not just white agitators, it's xenophobia. So many Chicanos believe in this. It's not about whiteness. No. The concept of that still comes from white supremacy. Chicanos themselves, without recognizing that they are engaging in white supremacist and fascist rhetoric, are getting sucked into that white supremacist and fascist rhetoric. It doesn't matter what their background is. Okay? That's what that is. White in this term is a substitute for power. It's not about the white color of your skin. Do you recognize that? Do you understand that? I'm paler than Tucker Carlson, motherfucker. But in the eyes of a white supremacist, I'm not white. Because whiteness is not a real concept. It's a concept created around exclusion and purity. Okay? That's why whiteness is always slated to be reduced. Unless you literally make it illegal to race mix. Which a lot of people used to advocate for back in the day. And some still do, openly. You understand? When people say there's a great replacement happening and white people are eroding, they want you to believe that white people are being murdered. But what is actually happening is white people are becoming enlightened and not caring about the concept of whiteness, a totally made up fucking falsehood, and having sex with non-white people. That's it. And in an effort to combat that, the conservatives that maintain the concept of whiteness and defend it, whether they openly state it or not, because remember, white is a substitute for power here, okay? They will add additional categories of people that they previously did not consider white into the white category. The latest expansion was Hispanics. The only group of people on this planet that will never be considered white or will be under the white umbrella are black people. That's just it. Everyone else, it's open for discussion. The moment that those percentages decrease, welcome to the fucking team, brother. Polish people were not considered white. Slavs were not considered white. Eastern Europeans were not white. Okay? Greek people were not considered white. Irish people were not considered white. Italian people were not considered white. Jewish people were not considered white. All of those groups that I just mentioned to you are now white. And not a single person would be like, that's not a white person. What the fuck are you talking about? And the same goes for white Hispanics. If you go far back in American history, German people were not considered white because they were too swarthy. So this entire concept built around like whiteness or white people are being replaced is bullshit.
Here's Biden explaining the entire point of mass immigration back in 2015 when he was vice president.
An unrelenting stream of immigration, non-stop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America from then and on will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
An unrelenting stream of immigration. But why? Well,
I don't understand it. Like, why is this a bad thing? Like, why is what Joe Biden said a bad thing? How are you going to fucking freak out about this? It's a video from like 2015 that you fucking clip chimped. Why? Like, what's the fucking argument here? Like, I want to run it back again. I want to understand.
Fewer than 50% of the people in America from then and on will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
Yeah, He's saying diversity is the source of our strength. Diversity is the source of our strength. Why would you have an argument against it? Why would you consider that to be a bad thing? Unless you hate diversity, right? Why? Why do you hate diversity? Like, why can't you just fuck your cousin quietly in your dumbass fucking, in your dumbass Maryland cabin? Why just do that? Just do that on your own, dipshit. Okay?
An unrelenting stream of immigration. But why? Well, Joe Biden just said it.
Also, Joe Biden literally, again, has used Title 42, defended Title 42, and has expelled more people than Donald Trump did utilizing Title 42 thus far. 690,000 versus Donald Trump's broke boy ass 440,000. So this notion that like Joseph Robinette Biden is not doing enough at the border from the perspective of like racist ass, white supremacist ass, white native ass dipshits is wrong. Okay, unless they just like literally want him to murder people, which, you know, even then they're going to say it's not enough.
To change the racial mix of the country. That's the reason, to reduce the political power of people whose ancestors lived here and dramatically increase the proportion of Americans newly arrived from the third world. And then Biden went further. He said that non-white DNA is the, quote, source of our strength. Imagine saying that. This is the language of eugenics. It's horrifying. But there's a reason Biden said it. In political terms, this policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries. They brag about it all the time, but if you dare...
He literally never said DNA. He never advocated for eugenics. He basically just said, diversity is our strength. Saying diversity is our strength is not fucking eugenics. Unless you legitimately hold on to a position that there is like some tangible concept such as whiteness, and that tangible concept is something that you can point to with science, actually. There is a term for that. Never mind. It's called scientific racism or race realism, an outdated concept that Nazis used to believe in, that they kind of got from us, actually, here in America, because we were literally just the best at racism historically. Interesting that he's bringing that up without actually openly stating that part. Now, normally, when a Nazi says stuff like that, they're a Nazi, so you understand that they're just doing Nazi rhetoric. But that's the brilliance of Tucker Carlson. He doesn't actually say that, like, white people are superior and therefore we should protect them, or ever talk about why white people are superior. He just simply says, eradicating whiteness is bad and immoral and wrong and is going to harm us because we're bringing in docile people like immigrants. Like using negative associations with immigrants, black immigrants and brown immigrants specifically, while simultaneously talking about his ancestors and his heritage and his culture, the culture of whiteness that he won't actually say is whiteness, but that's what he's saying. It's the supremacy of American heritage and American culture. What is American heritage and American culture without diversity? Which is precisely what fucking Joe Biden is talking about.
Dare to say it's happening, they will scream at you with maximum hysteria. And here you have...
To be fair, maybe Biden should explain why he thinks a never-ending stream of immigrants is a source of strength. A never-ending stream of immigrants? Free travel is just a human right, dude. Okay? There are multiple reasons for why, though. Because America, ultimately, is a land of opportunity. So allowing people to come into this country and take advantage of that opportunity, because it's the wealthiest nation on earth, and it also is functionally free from being bombed or destabilized by America, okay? People will be able to thrive in this country. We are giving opportunity to so many people by just simply allowing them to exist inside of our borders rather than outside of our borders, where they are still subjected to untold amounts of cruelty as a consequence of American imperialism. But there's not a single American that you can point to, with the exception of Native Americans, that is not several generations into this country. That's the reality. Do you understand? We are a nation of immigrants because we were a colony. We came here, we murdered the native population, and we took over. Kind of at the inception of America. That's how America started. A never-ending stream of immigrants is just immigration. And that's how this country has grown, and that's how this country has become what it has become. It's like some of the most positive aspects of American culture is diversity, if not the only positive aspect of American culture being diversity. Hold on, dude. I need like the air purifier. I'm literally having a hard time, like getting a headache and having a hard time talking. It's like fucking insane in here right now. 1 second. I'll be back in a moment. Here, I'll keep playing the video.
Joe Biden confirming his motive on tape with a smile on his face. No one who talks like this should ever be the president of the United States. The president of the United States has a moral obligation to represent all Americans equally, not just those of a specific color. For 4 years, remember, they told you that Donald Trump was a racist. But has anyone ever shown that Trump in his entire life said anything half as disgusting as what Joe Biden said on that tape? No, no one's ever shown that. Now, you're not supposed to notice this, of course, and to keep you from noticing what Joe Biden is doing and why, they are, as always, accusing you of their sins. Here are 2 sitting members of Congress telling you that it's racist to enforce immigration law. Watch.
Congress must do the work of investigating and ensuring accountability of the egregious and white supremacist behavior of Border Patrol agents in Del Rio, Texas.
What we witnessed takes us back hundreds of years. What we witnessed was worse than what we witnessed in slavery. Cowboys with their reins again whipping black people, Haitians, into the water where they're scrambling and falling down when all they're trying to do is escape from violence in their country.
It's worse than slavery, enforcing our own laws. That was Maxine Waters. Everything she just said is a lie. The Haitians now in Texas aren't trying to escape violence in their own country. They haven't been in Haiti in years. They have been living in South America. Many even had refugee status in South America, in countries like...
This is true. That's not a lie. He's right. The answer to that is, so what? No, he's not wrong. He's right. But that doesn't change anything. A lot of the Haitian migrants that are currently inside of our borders originally left Haiti as a consequence of the earthquake or our efforts to destabilize Haiti and went to Brazil and then moved into other South American countries and have ultimately now found themselves here in the United States of America. So what? There are plenty of non-black immigrants that are also coming from South American countries. Tucker Carlson hates them as well. So what? That's why this whole like first safe harbor law and shit like that are so stupid. I don't understand. There's people coming in from Mexico. There are people escaping problems in Mexico to come to the United States. So how are you going to tell me that a fucking Haitian person that arrives in Mexico and then comes to the United States should stay in Mexico when those in Mexico are coming to the United States? So stupid.
Chile and Brazil. But that wasn't good enough. They waited for Joe Biden to become president, and they came here for the free health care and housing that Joe Biden promised them. So now they have arrived. Why wouldn't they? You would. Who wouldn't? So here's what it looks like tonight in South Texas.
A stunning scene more reminiscent of a third world country than the United States. Over 10,000 migrants are crammed underneath the international bridge here after crossing illegally into the United States. Many using sticks, plants and whatever they can find to build shelter as they wait to be processed by Border Patrol. From above, a Fox News drone reveals the size and scope of the crisis, showing a camp that reached a population of 15,000 at its climax because of this. Over the weekend, we gained exclusive access to a boat on the Rio Grande, and we watched as a constant stream of hundreds of migrants crossed the river from Mexico, entering the United States illegally, hundreds at a time gathering on the shoreline before walking to the bridge.
That look like the country you grew up in? No. We don't have to put up with this. We could solve it in a day. The administration could send these
how? Let's hear it.
People back immediately. Haitians are not bad people. A lot of them are great people. But we have no obligation to let them into our country. American citizens owe no debt.
Haitian refugees welcome in West Hollywood? Yeah. I mean, I have no problem with that. What a fucking idiotic take. Why? Why would I care, idiot? Why the fuck would I care about immigrants? Like, I myself have only been in this country since I was 18 years old. Dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just a self-report that you're a racist piece of shit. Yeah, there's like, I fucking turned, I closed my window. There's like ash coming in from the fucking window, dude. It was nuts.
To Haiti. Haiti was never an American colony. Haiti has been an independent country for more than 200 years, since 1804. And for much of that time, we have sent Haiti a whole lot of aid.
Yeah. A whole lot of aid, dude. Yeah, it's great. It's really great. Like me saying I'm giving you a whole lot of aid when I serve the top of the hour ad break to you at 1:59. That's right. But at the very least, I tell you that there's a way to avoid those ads. Yes, you might be shocked to find out, but you can avoid those ads. First ever live stream of dying in a house fire? No, there's no fire here. It's just the smoke. It is like fully orange, dude. It is fully orange in this room. Outside, everything is orange. The sun's like looking like it's fucking burning. It's crazy. Wildfire smoke from Northern California, yeah. Anyway, you can avoid those ads that are at the top of the fucking hour by subscribing for $4 because September, before September runs out. Or you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime if you have that. Or if you don't want to subscribe, you can use an ad block or a VPN. America sent aid to the slave owners during the Haitian Revolution? Yeah. I have an air purifier. I just turned it on. Smoke from the wildfires in northern and central California has just arrived in Los Angeles, is closing in like a wall over the San Gabriel Mountains. The LA Fire Department has asked Angelinos not to call 911. Holy shit, that is exactly what it looks like. I mean, not this part, but the other part. It's actually worse than that now. This is from 2 hours ago. Anyway, here's the ad break now. Yeah, no, it's all right.
So however sad and dysfunctional Haiti might be, it is not our fault. That's for sure. And yet Joe Biden is now punishing Border Patrol officers who tried to enforce the law, who dared to deter Haitians from entering this country illegally with their reins. They weren't whips, they were reins. It doesn't matter to the Biden administration. The officers' real crime was trying to do their job, trying to stop illegal migration into this country. They've now been suspended. They will likely be fired. Can you imagine punishing law?
Poor Nazis, dude. That's crazy. Oh, wow, dude. Can you imagine punishing the slave patrol for picking up enslaved people that are running away? I mean, that's crazy. How dare you, dude? Classic Tucker Carlson rhetoric, by the way. Not a Nazi, by the way. Fuck those people, and fuck you, Tucker Carlson. How about that? You fucking piece of shit. Every Western power's relation with Haiti is summed up to can't let a country founded by a successful slave rebellion ever be successful on the world stage so our own citizens don't get any ideas. It's fucked up. Yeah. Hey, remember the fucking libs in my chat yesterday or 2 days ago that were saying like, those guys weren't whipping people? Now Tucker Carlson is making that same exact argument. And that's actually, that shows you two things. One, liberals are, of course, always hyper-focused on the aesthetics of conversations rather than the actual fucking, rather than the actual bad problem. Why don't you let Haitian migrants into your 3 million mansion that has plenty of space if you were actually consistent with your views, but of course you wouldn't, lole? Where did this? I'm surprised that people haven't said that a lot in this chat so far. Like, how many Haitian people can I fucking fit in my fucking house, dude? By the way, the funny part about that always is like, it's illegal for me to do that, right? Like there was a dude who was prosecuted for doing exactly that. It's not even fucking legal for me to do that. Like, even if I was like, yeah, I'm down to do it. Like, I'll take in like fucking 3 people, 3 out of 15,000. Three out of 15,000. Like, that's gonna fucking solve the issues. Illegal for Harriet Tubman to save slaves didn't stop her? You're right, dude. That's what I should be doing. I should stop everything else that I'm doing. Because ultimately, all of these arguments revolve around, I don't like that you're streaming. Stop streaming and do everything else. Even if what you're doing personally will not reach the same level of people, or will not actually have the same amount of, will not have the same impact. Because that's what it is. For most of the people that get mad at me, it's like, I just don't want you to stream. I don't like that you are successful. I don't like that you are on this broadcast. I can't stop myself from fucking watching you despite the fact that I hate you. And that's where a lot of that comes from. We have the resource to take care of them without housing them in our homes. That's it. Saying you should take them is asinine. I know, because that's not a real fucking argument. That's not a fucking real advocate. That's just a person who thinks that they have one on you. Same issues with chat that Crowder has? What? What does that even mean? I did cover Charlie Kirk's Nazi rhetoric before I got here, before I got to Tucker Carlson's Nazi rhetoric.
Enforcement for enforcing the law? This is insane. Why do American citizens have a duty to follow the law at this point? That's an honest question. People are going to start asking that question. The White House spent most of today calling those officers' actions horrific. Really, how were they horrific? The White House never told us. That's because no one...
They did. They did tell us. They said that the whipping was horrific and like whipping on horseback was horrific, which is true, but that's not the end all be all. The real horrific actions is the fact that you're here streaming instead of going out and just fixing society says a lot. Yes, it does. Like the fact that systemic change cannot be done by a singular individual. It's actually not even a lot, to be honest with you. It's you have to be really stupid to believe that that's like a legitimate fucking answer.
No one ever cared about whether the whip was real or not. Joe Biden's press secretary is an accomplished liar, so she understands the principle well. Here she is in one of the great clips of all time claiming that, unlike you, Haitians do not need to show vaccination cards. Why?
If somebody walks into the country, right across the river, does somebody ask them to see their vaccination card?
Well, let me explain to you again, Peter, how our process works. As individuals come across the border, and they are both assessed for whether they have any symptoms. If they have symptoms, the intention is for them to be quarantined. That is our process. They're not intending to stay here for a lengthy period of time.
Oh, so Haitians enter.
Yeah, why don't the Haitians get vaccinated in Haiti before they come here is a really good take.
Entering our country illegally.
Also, okay, I gotta point this out one more time. Listen, if you're Tucker Carlson and you regularly talk about how we should not be vaccinating people, or that like vaccines are scary and it's totally brave to not get vaccinated, despite Tucker being vaccinated himself, you don't get to turn around and be like, why aren't the Haitian migrants vaccinated? Okay? Like, which, by the way, they should be. And that would be wonderful if we vaccinated them. It would be awesome. We should. Instead of fucking, putting Haitian asylum seekers on planes and then shipping them back off to Haiti, we should be vaccinating and quarantining them. And then offering them permanent shelter and opportunities for integration. That's what the human thing to do is. They're entering Texas anyway. You know there's an abundance of fucking vaccines there that the hogs that watch Tucker won't take. Yeah. Give it to the migrants, dude. Give it to the Haitian immigrants. There you go. It's not like the white folk want to take it anyway.
From God knows where are not required to show vaccination cards because, quote, they're not intending to stay here for a lengthy period of time. Really? So let's say you go out to a restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. Do you intend to stay in that restaurant for a lengthy period of time, for years? No, you just want to have dinner. But in order to get inside, you still need to show a vaccination card.
Dude, this is why debate lord brain rot is like up there. Not as bad as like Nazi rhetoric, but like this is precisely why I just absolutely fucking hate debate lords. Like, I can't stand. Like, he thinks this is like, he thinks this is an own, you know what I mean? Like, well, what about the people that are going into a restaurant? They're not permanently staying in the restaurant. Yeah, but it's not like they're fucking flying back. They're permanently in America, idiot. Like, how he knows there's a difference between this. And also, I'm still a complete advocate for you know, vaccinating every immigrant that comes into the U.S. borders to just seek asylum. We should be doing that regardless. So, you know, I'm an advocate for that.
Why? Oh, because you were born here. You're not Haitian, so you don't get a pass. Let's be honest, none of these people...
Like, that's a bad thing. Like, that's not a good thing. It's a bad thing that we're not vaccinating the asylum seekers. That's...
Or ever going home. That's just true. According to the Associated Press, quote, many Haitian migrants camped in a small Texas border town are now being released into the United States. Haitians, one official told the Associated Press, have been freed on a, quote, very, very large scale. Oh, of course. In recent days, Fox News has confirmed that many of these Haitians are not even being given court dates, as Bill Malugin just told us. They've been giving something called advisory notices requesting that they show up at some point in the future. Any woman...
90% of people show up to those court dates, for the record, because these people legitimately want to be in the country without fear of the Gestapo hunting them. And they have a legitimate stake or a legitimate claim for asylum seeking. So... that's another, like, really horrible lie that people fucking say all the time. It's like nearly every single person that has a court date shows up to that court date. Nearly every single person. And these fucking pieces of shit literally lie about it. They're like, nope, that's not true. No one is showing up to court date. It's like, you're wrong. Everyone shows up because they want to fucking seek asylum, and legally they are allowed to. So, of course, they're going to fucking show up. Wonder how many of them disappeared. 10% is quite much. First of all, it's not even 90%. I lied to you. It's bigger than 90%. Okay? And you're never going to get fucking, like, 4% of people. You're always going to have fucking 4% or 5% of people that don't show up to things. Okay? That's quite a bit much. Yeah, guess what? Here's another fact. Okay? Undocumented immigrants are responsible for significantly less crimes per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens. There's not a lot of data on this, unfortunately, but there was a study conducted in Texas. Originally, they wanted to show that undocumented criminals were actually doing more crime. That data actually disproved the original intentions of the study. It's still being used by the Cato Institute. Again, libertarians. They're the last, like, right-wing open border people on the planet. Okay? That study showed that undocumented immigrants are responsible for less crime per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens. So whenever people say that undocumented immigrants are actually causing crime, that's also a very common falsehood. It's just an outright lie. Just like saying undocumented immigrants are taking our resources, our social safety nets, they're taking advantage of our social safety nets, that's also a lie. 0.09%. in emergency room expenditure for undocumented immigrants. And that's the only way that undocumented immigrants can take advantage of our, I guess, healthcare and our institutions. And those institutions are horrible to begin with. Not a lot of data equals bullshit narrative. Well, at least I have data. You don't have any data. And that's the reality. I have more data. My side has data. Your side doesn't. Your side just has feelings. Your side has assumptions. Your side has suspicions. Suspicions motivated by, like, centuries of white supremacist rhetoric that is still being played on national television by people like Tucker Carlson. That's it. So sorry, in the words of Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings.
woman claiming to be pregnant is immediately being waved into the country, no proof necessary, her child would be instantly an American citizen.
Found a source is below 50%. The 90% number is from a singular program and a sample size of 7,000 immigrants. Yeah, dude. Sample sizes for studies actually have to be every single person. That's how studies are conducted. Imagine looking at a fucking solid-ass study with 7,000 immigrants and saying that that's not enough. What are you, fucking stupid? Do you not know how data works? Are you out of your mind? 7,000 is an adequate sample size. More than adequate. Beyond adequate, you dumb fuck. My man said only 7,000 sample size and actually thought that that was like a legitimate fucking claim in here, assuming that not a single person has ever fucking seen stats before. I think there are a lot of stupid people in America. This is a genuine problem. Okay? So much so that I think a lot of stupid Americans unironically believe that a sample for a study has to be every single person. Like it has to be, a sample size has to be 100% of the people. That's how studies go, like a census. Even the census, by the way, will surprise you, is not every single person, but hey.
So who are these people exactly, these new Americans? Well, the administration has no idea. None. They have no idea. They don't care. Today, Jen Psaki again admitted she's not even sure how many Haitians have been admitted into the U.S. and how many have been deported. All we know is several of Haitians trying to gain access to this country appear to be violent. This was the scene at the airport in Port-au-Prince just yesterday.
The scene at Port-au-Prince Airport in Haiti is volatile. Angry Haitians dropped off here by the Biden administration throw rocks and shoes at the plane that carried them home. 3 U.S. ICE officers were reported injured during incidents on the tarmac.
Throwing rocks at ICE officers.
Dude, what do you mean, dude? Yeah, they're literally Nazis, dude. Are you kidding me? They should be excited. They should be elated that the only thing they got is rocks. Shut the fuck up.
The Biden administration has made it clear it's not going to do anything about this, of course. The governor of Texas isn't doing much about it either. That would be Greg Abbott, a Republican.
The fuck?
In a matter of moments, Greg Abbott could deploy the National Guard, the Texas National Guard, to shut off the southern.
The DOJ says that 92% of asylum seekers have showed up to court hearings from 2013 and 2017. 92% of individuals who filed asylum claims attended their court hearings between the fiscal years of 2013 and 2017, dude. 92%. Asylum seekers released from detention to pursue their claims attend immigration court hearings nearly 100% of the time. That's not a study, by the way. This is just like official data. So this is the one instance. This is the one instance that you will absolutely, like, if it's data coming from the fucking from the Department of Homeland Security, then that's like not even a fucking sample size anymore. That's just like literally the actual data. Made up, not valid, bad data. Just like this one. About 99% of asylum seekers who are not detained or who were previously released from immigration custody showed up to their hearings over the last year. Data from the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse. They immediately move the goalpost to say, so we're only doing 8% more crimes. So what? Is that what he said? Yeah, that means we need to do a little bit of purging, I think. Natural born U.S. citizens need to be fucking, I think, maybe purged from this country a little bit and replaced with undocumented citizens so we can lower that crime rate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, purge the Mayo boys, I think. That's my take on that when I hear that.
Southern border completely, protect his state and the rest of the country. He's refused to do that. Instead, he's just deployed just over 1,000 of the 19,000 troops he controls. Why is that? Why not?
Okay, I'm bored. Yeah. Okay, we got it, dude. You're racist. Okay, sick. You want a little fucking cookie? Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, we asked Democrats about the border.
The administration announced yesterday that it plans to accept 125,000 refugees annually, double last year's number. The State Department said a robust refugee admissions program, quote, is a reflection of core American values. Whoever wrote that probably wasn't picturing Border Patrol writing down Haitians. The images from the U.S.-Mexico border are shocking. And it's happening under a Democratic administration, which means that President Biden has to answer to lawmakers on the left, too. What should the Biden administration be doing? Are you disappointed?
We need to stop what's going on at the border.
Elizabeth Warren be like, we need to stop. We need to shut down all immigration until we figure out what the hell is going on.
The United States government should not be treating people the way that it is currently treating refugees at the border. That is not who we want to be. We need a government that lives up to our ideals, and that means treating people with compassion and humanity. This is a time of crisis, and we should not be trying to round them up and dump them back in Haiti. It's just wrong.
I'm wondering what you make of the images at the border right now with the Haitian migrants there.
They're more than images. They're lives, and they're Black lives. And if we really believe that Black lives matter around the globe, this is the moment to stand up. It is unconscionable what is happening. We should be paroling those at the border. This is a humanitarian crisis, and we need to act like it is one.
This is coming just as Biden and the Democrats are pushing through their domestic agenda. It includes the long-awaited infrastructure deal, money for building new roads, bridges, and broadband upgrades, as well as something else called budget reconciliation, a $3.5 trillion.
It's funny how Republicans are anti-immigration and also don't give a fuck about climate change. There will be over 100 million refugees all over the world in the next couple of decades because of climate change, and these hogs will hate it. It's so contradicting. We're going to start murdering more than we murder currently. That's where it's going. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, 100%. We're going to have, straight up, I'm calling it now. It's unfortunate and it's horrifying. But the reality is we're going to have fucking complete slave labor in immigrant detention facilities. We're just going to fucking have labor camps for anyone that tries to come into the United States. And we're going to fucking murder them. Like, we're going to murder people that are coming across the border 100%. We'll drone strike them. We'll have a drone. We'll have constant 24/7 surveillance at the border through drones. And we'll fucking send in CBP units with like fucking technicals and just fucking gun them down. Men, women, children, doesn't matter. And those who make it into the borders, inside the borders, we will literally fucking jail. Don't give them ideas. You've been watching too many Doomsday Preppers. You're psychotic if you think that that's not the logical conclusion of the actions that we're doing right now. If we're doing that for like 1 million people coming over the border, you think we won't do that when there's 10 million people trying to come over the border? Are you insane? Are you fucking nuts? We're literally already, we're whipping them right now and we're jailing them and subjecting them to fucking untold amounts of cruelty already. Why the fuck wouldn't we do that then? Climate change is going to cause mass migration from third world developing nations into first world developed nations because there is no infrastructure to deal with the climate change issues. That the extreme weather conditions destroy countries. Okay, they destroy everything when their infrastructure is already crippled. Puerto Rico is like a baby example of what will happen to the rest of the fucking developing nations. Parts of the United States, including Puerto Rico, are examples of what will happen to the world. Do you think eco-fascism will become a more mainstream philosophy on the right? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of the younger generations. Amish inventor says, not a joke. Jesus law. Why does this sentence even exist? Good. Less government intervention. True. You can't claim a lot of stuff without an SSN. Not every person voted in the 2020 election, so we actually don't have a president. America isn't for Americans. Wow. No way base. Murder Central will be an interesting time. Not whipping, just horse nudging. Misinfo. That's not true. There was whipping with the reins. So you're wrong about that. But you're also Amish, so you might not have seen it. Maybe you're on Rumspringa only as of today, and you're choosing to spend that time in my Twitch chat. Also, what is horse nudging? It's called trampling, you fucking idiot. Wrong about just that? No, I'm right about everything I've said. But the Border Patrol said they didn't. Yeah, I love hearing from the Nazis on whether the Nazis were doing Nazi shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. We saw it on camera. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, thousands of ICE detainees claimed they were forced into labor, a violation of anti-slavery laws. Yeah. Bro, we had a fucking freak doctor that was like literally cutting off and I don't know if there are more videos of the mainstream ones don't conclusively show whipping. Not anything I harp on. Dude, we've already watched the tape. I'm not gonna sit here and like go through it frame by frame again, okay? Crying over Israel defending itself, check. Crying over Haitian immigrants at the border, X. We were fucking sterilizing ICE in women in ICE detention facilities. Ben is right, dude. The only defense is a strong offense.
$1 trillion bill that includes policies like green energy investments.
What's your solution to the border problem? Immediately start building projects like that can house the influx of refugees and asylum seekers that are coming into the United States. Start training for integration programs. Like, you're gonna need teachers, you're gonna need new roads, you're gonna need new houses, profound amount of economic opportunity. You're gonna need lawyers, you're gonna need translators. Yeah. Build it all. Fucking great. We don't even do that for the people in our country, dog. You're not actually serious, right? I am 100% serious. 100% serious. Why aren't we doing this? Well, the other chatter already described it. We don't even do that for our own citizens currently. Not sterilization, it's baby nudging. Misinfo. Good one. For all that to happen, taxes would have to rise substantially. No, the fuck it doesn't. Nope, you're wrong. Nope. We fund a fuckload of infrastructure projects. It doesn't always have to pay for itself. It pays for itself in dividends in the many years to come. It would be a gigantic economic boom. Okay? That's additional jobs. That's additional well-paying jobs, unionized jobs. For so many fucking people, you are completely wrong.
universal pre-K, and raising taxes on corporations. Moderate Dems are wary of any number that has a T after it and just want to vote on infrastructure now. Some progressive Democrats...
That's such bullshit framing. That's not true. Why do they take, like, conservatives for their word? Like, I don't understand why there's this, like, constant media game that they play where they're, like, always taking conservatives at their word, like conservative Democrats as well. Like, that's not the reason. We know the reason, dude. There's just, they have a vested interest in defending corporate, corporate goals. They're not, like, afraid of spending. If they were afraid of spending, they wouldn't fucking try to destroy the pay-fors for that spending.
Democrats say they won't vote for the infrastructure bill without also being able to vote for those social policies first.
I don't think we're going to vote for the bipartisan infrastructure bill without voting for reconciliation first.
What do you make of this process? Is this how government is supposed to function?
No. And that's why, people in my district, text me and hit me up. They're like, what the heck is going on over there? Like, that is not how you run a small business, a large business, a school. We have people throughout the country who are incredibly vulnerable, who are dying every day, whether it's due to COVID, gun violence, or something else. We have to focus on policy that ensures the most vulnerable among us are able to meet the American dream like everybody else, and we don't do that.
If they were afraid of spending, they wouldn't have just given Israel $1 billion unilaterally in Congress. Like, we just gave Israel $1 billion. 420 representatives voted yes in favor of that. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, yeah, these moderate Dems really care about spending, dude. That's right. Which apparently Jamal Bowman also voted yes on. Ugh, so gross. Like, that makes me so sad. Especially considering that Bowman literally ran against one of the biggest agitators, one of the biggest warmongers, and defeated him while staying strong and promoting a message that was basically free Palestine.
Even mentioned Congress also needs to find a way to fund the government and raise the debt ceiling within the next few weeks. Yeah, that's happening too. And the Republicans say they're not.
Chatter be like 1 billion versus 3 trillion. Well, first of all, if you're so concerned about fucking, wasting money, then why would you just throw away $1 billion at you basically light it on fire? Like, why are you giving it to another country? And secondly, if you do care about wasting money, then why are you trying to stop a provision that will pay for a big chunk of the $3.5 trillion? Because that's what they're doing. They want to stop a $750 billion pay-for measure. It's $3.5 trillion over 10 years. And right now, most moderate Democrats in Congress, or including Kyrsten Sinema, are literally trying to stop a huge sum of that spending bills pay-for measures.
Not going to vote for the debt ceiling if it's linked to government spending, which means we're potentially headed towards a shutdown.
It is fucking bullshit. Shut it down, dude. Fuck this country. Yes, after this, I will watch the Nintendo Direct. I am going to watch the Joseph Rogan Experience, where he talks about vaccine mandates and Nicki Minaj. I wonder, he probably does not mention me, but I will watch the Baby Game Direct. Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking crying. In the chat, I have a massive headache. What we're looking for is a fiscal multiplier, which is the return on every dollar spent by the government and capital infrastructure, which are tangible things like public transit, roads, bridges, housing, hospitals, etc., are in the 2 to 10 range. which means for every dollar spent on tangible infrastructure, we get $2 to $10 in return. Yeah. That was not the term I was looking for, but thank you. But that is it's great. No, I was talking about aside from what I was talking about is the correct term. Pay for is the actual term for measures that decrease pharmaceutical prices, for example, for Medicare. But you are also correct. It's just the reinvestment, and that is a big part of infrastructure spending. Naproxen sodium for headache, I think. Dude, I think I literally have a headache because my apartment is orange right now. You can't tell, but it's the fucking insane amount of smoke. Because my throat hurts too. I closed all the windows. It's from the smoke. I have an air filter behind me that's like cranked up right now.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Our communities, it's all over the place on YouTube. But because of this current pandemic, they feel like there's this heightened sense of responsibility that they have to control the narrative. And that's very disturbing to me. And what's even more disturbing to me is how people, when they agree with that narrative, don't understand where this all goes, and they're agreeing with that censorship. They're like, yes, censor those people, get rid of those voices, deplatform people that I disagree with, and they don't understand where this goes. It's like where people are saying the people that have been vaccinated.
Havana syndrome isn't fake now that you got it. No, I recognize that, first of all, this is like a minor thing. It's not a massive thing. It's just a minor setback. And secondly, it's only a setback because I'm talking nonstop and I'm breathing and I'm talking and I'm breathing and I'm talking. So it's like a little bit different. And lastly, it's not even that bad, I guess. It's a 60. So it says moderate. Air quality is moderate currently. Updated. Oh, wait, never mind. It's updated less than 2 hours ago? Is at 54 Los Angeles air quality index. That's not terrible.
Vaccinated that want a vaccine passport. Yes, we should have a vaccine passport. I've been vaccinated. That's not going to, it's only going to help me.
Yeah.
I did my part. I took one for the team and I went out and got vaccinated to be a good citizen. Those people who didn't, fuck them. We should have a vaccine passport.
Makes zero sense.
But here's the problem with it. The vaccine passport, it doesn't end there. It's going to keep going, and it's going to lead to some sort of a social system. You're going to have a social credit system similar to what they have in China.
You think it'll happen in our lifetime?
100%.
You're saying 100%?
100% it can happen in
Are
our
you
lifetime.
okay with that?
No.
Okay, so then
100% can happen in our lifetime because people will step with it. They will go, as long as it benefits them and as long as it aligns with their ideology, they will ignore the dangers of a social credit system and they will embrace it.
But we have one. We literally have a social credit system. It's called the credit system. Also, holy fuck, can you imagine if we improve people's credit scores because they took the vaccine? That would be insane. I feel like more people would take the vaccine then. That'd be awesome. They've been saying the Dems will control everything. The lockdowns are controlled. The masks are controlled. The vaccine passports are controlled. They're just moving the goalposts. So the funny thing about that is that, like, we literally ended the mask mandate immediately. So what's up? How is that a system of control? And like the moment that this is like behind us, nobody wants to fucking wear a mask nonstop, dude. Like, I hate that shit. I hated that shit, but I still did it. And the moment that this is behind us, we're just going to drop it. It's so stupid. We already have a mass surveillance system in place. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
If I would never thought people would be, look, 6 months ago, the White House was saying there's no way we would ever use some sort of a vaccine mandate. There's no
but
way.
Kamala said I would never take the vaccine that Trump's coming.
So did Biden.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this take. I love these. Like, they're just, I don't know why Joe Rogan just like fucking sits there with like a bunch of other idiots and just sits around and just revels in their own idiocy. It's like they're going back and forth. Who cares, dumbass? First of all, one, that was out of context, okay? Both of them have said time and time again, if the fucking CDC believes it's like appropriate and acceptable, they will, of course, take it because they're not fucking psychos. And secondly, who gives a shit? They not only took the vaccine on camera, but also advocated for everyone to take it. So why are you bringing this up? I don't understand it. Like, it's such a stupid argument. Like, is he trying to say that, like, they're anti-vaxxers or something? Or if you recognize the idiocy in their anti-vaxxer rhetoric when you say, like, well, they were against the vaccine, then don't you kind of recognize that it's idiotic to be anti-vaccine? Like, okay, they were wrong. Let's say they were literally like, I'm not taking the vaccine. Fuck that shit. Okay? A year ago, they were like, I don't know. I don't care about the vaccine. I'm not going to take it. Fuck it. And then they were like, oh, never mind. It's actually good. I'm going to take it. And you should too. Who cares? He never said they were anti-vaccine. You said that. No, I'm literally saying, what if they were like, I'm anti-vax? Fuck that. And now they're like, okay, that's not a straw man, you fucking idiots. I'm taking it to an even more exaggerated point where I don't even give a fuck if someone was like, I'm not going to take this vaccine. Like, fuck you. Like, what if they said that? Okay, they changed their position then. Who cares? In this hypothetical situation that I'm building, even if Kamala Harris was like, I'm not getting this fucking vaccine, fuck this shit. And then she changed her mind because she saw the fucking data. And she saw the science. So the scientists urging for it. And she fucking took the vaccine. Who cares? Great. You think I'm going to hold it past you if you're a fucking anti-vaxxer and you took the vaccine finally? No, we celebrate that shit every day. There's people in my chat that come in here and tell me like, man, I was a little worried. I'm glad, like, you know, you talking about this over and over again convinced me I finally get the vaccine. We celebrate that. We in this community celebrate change. We in this community celebrate when you learn from your mistakes and you do the right thing, you do the smart thing. That's a good thing. If that wasn't the case, I would cease to exist. If I didn't believe in change, then why the fuck do I try to change people's minds? If I believe that you're just a bad person over the course of your entire life and you will continue to be a bad person and there is no way that you can ever be good and that I will reduce you to your worst moments always, forever, then there's no reason for me to try to change your mind. You're just a bad person. I'm a good person, right? But that's not the case. So if you're in here, even as a hater, if you're in here, you're like, oh, fuck this guy. Commie fucking piece of shit. I hate him. Know that there were plenty of people like you in this community at some point that did also despise me and have come to like me through their hate watching. Can happen to you too.
Both of them said that, yeah.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah.
But then once they got into office, 6 months ago, they said we would never use a mandate. We would never try to force businesses or people to be vaccinated. Now they are.
Yeah, because they underestimated how fucking dumb American hogs are. Like, that doesn't make any, it doesn't make things better that, like, I always was a fucking vaccine mandate enjoyer. Okay? I was a based vaccine mandate enjoyer since day one. I was like, vaccine mandates now. I've been advocating for it since the day that it came out. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't make me better than anyone. Just because I've been consistent as a vaccine mandate advocator and enjoyer. Okay? Yeah, they were wrong. That is what public officials are supposed to do. They are supposed to assess the situation. It makes you an idiot. Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, guess what? You want to know? You want to know something beautiful about the vaccine mandate? It doesn't matter if you don't like it or not. It's a fucking mandate, baby. So most people are still forced to take that fucking vaccine. And that makes me happy. It makes me happy that people are protected from this virus that would otherwise kill them. But it also makes me a little happy that, you know, you're a little triggered that you're forced to take this vaccine. It's just like a double whammy, you know what I mean? That was me a few months ago. After listening to you talk about it enough, I finally went out and got it and then convinced my wife to as well. Hell yeah. That's a beautiful thing. Yikes, dude. Yikes. What? Yikes, what? Crystal. I love when partner streamers come in here and fucking and just like make a fool of themselves. I love that. It's like incredible. Go on. You have the floor, Crystal. I don't know. The name like Crystal, I suspect you're not too fond of the vaccine mandates. Maybe I'm wrong. Crystal mommy. I personally know someone that has been injured from the vax. Okay, dude. Neurological issues for real is not funny. All right, never mind then, dude. Well, I'm sorry for your friend. Okay, if it's real. I'm sorry. I truly am. But you know, I'm going to go ahead and rely on stats and data on the efficacy and safety of the vaccine over your personal anecdote. And I totally understand that personal anecdotes are very powerful. Very, very powerful. You see that and you're like, fuck, dude, that's right. It hits close to home. It's close to home. I mean, when I heard about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend in Trinidad and his swollen balls, I thought to myself, God damn, dude, that is big. That's big shit. His balls were gigantic. I'm just saying, people have contraindication health issues. Enough time hasn't passed to even have enough data. You can't rush time. I respect their opinions. I just think people should have a choice. Why is it always that people that have like a personal anecdote from a friend never just stick to like, well, the overarching fucking problems have not existed for the 1 billion plus inoculations that have occurred around the fucking planet. But despite the fact that like the percentage of people that have gotten vaccine injuries is so marginal and so insignificant overall that I probably shouldn't stop others from taking the fucking vaccine that is effective at combating the worst aspects of getting COVID. They never stick to like, you know, my friend got really fucked up and it's kind of messed up that you're like making fun of people or something. And instead you immediately tie it back to like, well, we just don't have enough time. We simply don't have enough time. We don't have enough research. No, we do. We do have enough time and enough research. I got stabbed in New York, so ban New York. Why wasn't the flu shot this serious, or SARS? We never forced people to take it because they were contained. And also the flu doesn't fucking spread as quickly and as damaging as fucking COVID does. That's why. The flu kills like 30,000 people a year, which is terrifying and bad. The vaccines that are available for the seasonal flu are nowhere near as high as far as the efficacy goes. 30% is like the efficacy for the flu vaccine, the influenza vaccine. COVID, on the other hand, is much more damaging. COVID was the #2 cause for fatality in this country beyond after heart disease. Like, came out of nowhere and immediately got to the fucking top of the pile. It's devastating. Almost 700,000 people have died of COVID since COVID started spreading. It was rushed. It was rushed, bro. Yeah, trust me, bro. It was rushed. 20 plus years of medical research on mRNA technology. It was rushed. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, unfortunately, you're a little bit of a vaccine skeptic. I'm going to be as charitable as possible to you because you do have a check mark instead of just immediately fucking dunking on you and embarrassing you thoroughly. I'm just going to be nice to you, and other chatters are going to get mad at me for doing that. It's called streamer privilege, chat. That's right. Why is it always that motherfuckers who think they know what they're talking about literally so quickly show their ass and demonstrate that they do not know a single fucking thing about what they're talking about? How are you so stupid, dude? I mean, honestly, holy fucking shit. It was rushed, bro. Natural alternatives like ivermectin, dumbass. What's fucking natural about ivermectin? It's still fucking Big Pharma. How fucking stupid can you be? It wasn't rushed, okay? The technology has been worked on for many fucking decades now. Jesus Christ. A big part of why it was so quickly brought about was literally a consequence of international collaboration. And not only that, but also plenty of other fucking pharmaceutical companies tried to also put together a COVID cure or a vaccine. And the reason why you don't even know about those companies and you never even call out their names and only talk about Moderna and Pfizer is because they had efficacy that was tested and proven to work by not only our FDA, but also the European Medical Association standards, the Canadian one, and every other fucking country. So how are you going to sit here with your dumbass in my fucking chat and be like, I know more because some fucking baboon on the internet on a podcast who speaks with a lot of confidence told me that you should be skeptical of this fucking thing? God damn it, dude. Stop showing your fucking ass. Anti-vaxxers have no good arguments. They are so fucking stupid, the arguments. Oh my God, dude. It blows my fucking mind. Natural alternatives like ivermectin. What's natural about ivermectin? The only thing natural about ivermectin is the fact that the ivermectin, the pharmaceutical corporation that makes ivermectin, Merck, literally told people, don't take this for COVID. We are closely looking at all the studies that are coming out about the efficacy of ivermectin as an effective treatment for COVID symptoms. And so far, there has not been a decent study to prove that. And as far as Big Pharma not being liable for injuries whatsoever, I fucking hate that shit too. I think Big Pharma should be liable for the injuries. The argument, however, for that is that there are a lot of dumbasses like you who would literally be like, sorry, I got the vaccine and now I'm fucking autistic or something. And now you have to pay me $1 million. Even then, though, I think that big pharmaceutical corporations should be liable for any of the side effects of their medication. Hey, you want to know who else is not liable for the side effects? Merck, when you take ivermectin, so shut the fuck up. If Big Pharma was liable, I would be way more likely to hand over my natural immunity rights to take the jab. What? Your natural immunity rights? You think getting the fucking COVID vaccine takes away your natural immunity? I'm not trying to be hostile. I respect your choice. I don't care if you respect my choice or not, dude. I just like, the thing I don't respect about you and others is that you are so blinded by ideology. You are so blinded by your own fucking fears that you refuse to see the truth that is right in front of your fucking eyes. Okay? So no, I don't respect ignorance. I'm sorry. I don't care if you respect me. I just don't respect you. Crystal, Hasan knows nothing but the narrative. Excuse him. What? They're baiting? No, I'm not trolling. Why did my chatter say that they're baiting then? You blew it. She's cute. Of course she is. Her name is Crystal, and she probably fucking believes in like holistic medicine and crystals and shit. Sorry, it's just the truth though. It's like it doesn't matter. And you know, we're moving on. Fucking horny chatters immediately go in there and be like, oh, they're cute. Just like literally have some self-respect, man. Please. No, I'm not trolling, just fun debate. Okay, shut the fuck up. Chatters, I despise you. I'm letting you know. I despise you. You are weak. You have no strength. You literally cannot control yourselves. You end up like helping people that might even be coming in here and spreading misinformation in an effort to like fucking gain clout for themselves. You are horny baboons, all of you. And it sucks because I've made you this way in many ways. Anti-vaxxers are fucking dangerous, dude. They're very, very dangerous. Not as dangerous as this top of the hour ad break, though. That's right. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. The Nintendo Direct is starting right now. If you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $4 for September or for free with a fucking Twitch Prime. Or if you don't want to subscribe, you can use an ad blocker or a VPN. But here's the ad break coming now.